What is up?
The sky and the ceiling.
That's right, baby. 6 days away from Monday.
6 days away, boys. Can't wait.
My cat can't either, so appreciate him waking me up at 1:12 this morning.
You're both horrible human beings.
Yes. Who, the cat? I know.
No, both of you for your love of Monday.
Hey, you know what? You need to settle down, sir, okay? You need to settle it down.
Monday is full of new opportunities, Brother Bilal.
Oh, would you just hush?
That's right.
Don't make me come back there.
We sound like two people that went to an Anthony Robbins thing and came back. It's like Mondays are the new week to start everything. This is the week that it could happen for us.
Yay!
Quick, let me walk over hot coals.
Yes. Let me drop a cinder block on my bare foot.
Because I'm doing it, man.
Yeah.
I could do anything.
I want to feel alive.
Oh, man. I tell you what. I love how Trump's like, can't believe all those companies are making money.
I think they're making too much money.
You guys are making too much. I would never make that kind of money. You guys should give it back. It's what you should do. And you're like, dude, you started the war. The reason they're making so much money is because, they should give me some then.
I'm sure they're going to give that money right back.
Yeah, they're rushing to do it. It's so funny. You know, they're sitting there going, really? This? You just started selling access to your Truth account minutes before anybody else can get it, so people can make trades based on your Truth crap. I mean, come on. I can't believe he would. Those guys are making so much money. Yeah, what did you think was going to happen? Just out of curiosity. And it should be probably a lot higher. The fact is, there's probably a very good chance the United States has been taking some money and maybe shorting a lot of stuff to make sure that oil doesn't get out of control. I bet we find that out in the future.
No, we never find out bad things after the fact.
No, we don't, man. Never. Oh, Todd Blanche. Todd, I got one question for you. If somebody went and tore a pool up in front of everybody, would you, unlike Janine, be able to sort it out? She choked.
I want you to do some digging on those two senators who weren't going to approve you.
You know it. It is so funny. I just watching them talk about Jim going, she choked because she doesn't have well, you know what? Good people would plant the evidence. You know how it works. It's what good people do. Didn't stop them from coming for me.
I never saw him going after her.
Yeah. No.
That is one person that was not in my,
that was
not on my bingo card.
Last night, she's drinking those highballs, just pissed as can be. You know it. Just
Boy, you know she is.
She is just angry as can be. I left Fox for this. I left Fox for this crap. Have this guy yell at me because he wants me to prosecute some 65-year-old canoeist from the Olympics? Not even the good Olympics?
The good Olympics.
What was it, the Special Olympics?
No, he's a real Olympian.
Oh.
It was just, he's a canoeist.
He's a canoeist.
You know, he's a
rowboater.
Yeah, he's a rowboater. But, come on, we got to get him. Why? Because the guy that you hired that you didn't know yet you knew did a bad job. Get out of town. He did a shoddy job? No. It's so funny. Oh, my Lord. It is just so ridiculous. Am I right? I mean, come on. And not only that, by the way, they have dropped almost all of the cases on all of the people they got or went after. Because there was nothing there. You know, even if there was something there, what's the old saying? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Well, she couldn't prove anything, and partially because the guy who runs, what's his name, Doug Burgum, the guy who runs the, all the national parks and everything, the whatever is the interior minister, whatever that is, he, one of his top guys it was because it was poorly put together and it was cheap material. He wrote it like 2 weeks earlier. Hey, but the good news is, have you guys seen the golden horses or whatever he's got out there now? You haven't seen those?
Oh, what?
When you pull into one, I don't know if it's you pull into Arlington or you pull into something. He's got these giant horses that are now dipped in gold. Oh yeah, it is spectacular. Where are we, Persia? Oh, it's that time of the day when the dumbass comes on the radio. Better turn it off because he's anti-Trump, and Trump is my God. Good.
Got to worship something.
Good. Bye. Fox is on. They're probably waiting for you. It's just so insane. Oh, my Lord. Hey, did we figure out if we're going to never allow cars down there? Because apparently an 87-year-old man shouldn't be driving.
They're still discussing that.
They're like, we should put up guardrails. I was like, how about we have a conversation about why, A, the youngest person wasn't driving, and B, let's not overreact. Okay?
Well, the horse is out of the barn now. We got to close it.
We love to overreact in this country.
Absolutely, we do.
We are. Government is never good at thinking forward. They're great at overreacting.
After the problem has occurred, then it's time to find a solution.
Yeah, now we're going to wash the lettuce.
Yeah. That made a bunch of people sick, and 2 people died. Better start washing it.
Oh, God, that is, yeah. I mean, it is, well, yeah. I mean, we're going to have lettuce control. It's going to be so, and you know what?
Just common sense lettuce control.
Yeah. No, there's going to have to be some new kind of lettuce control. It's going to be one of those weird things, too. We're going to have to create a whole new department of lettuce and parasite stopping interior minister, and the person's going to have to go through each thing of lettuce. Because that's what it is, right? It's a parasite.
Yep, it is a parasite. Microscopic parasite.
Well, I'd hope so, because you would see a giant bug if it was right there. So, but you know, have a doctor come on and go, all right, look, here's the deal. The people that died, they were like old and they were overweight, and it was like the 5th or 6th thing on the, you know, their when you look down of all the thing, any one of these things could have killed them. This just put them over the edge.
They were already in bad shape.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, we can't have anything nice in this country. You know, I mean, I get, you know, like I was talking to Chris before he bounced, and he's like, I get frustrated with people because they don't want to vote. I'm like, I understand why people don't want to get out and vote and do certain things. I get it, because people are just, you know, their arms are in the air. They're just like, what could I do about it at this point in time? We just can't have anything nice. We can't even have Taco Bell. Now there's a thing online where they're trying to push people to, we got to stand with Taco Bell. We got to stand with Taco Bell.
I'll stand with Taco Bell.
I got nothing wrong with Taco Bell. So,
and they pulled all that lettuce, they say.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I would look, if you're ever going to have Taco Bell and not have to worry about anything, this is the time. Right? Like, this is the time where you're like, they're going to double, triple check everything. They're growing lettuce in their backyard right now, which is crazy. I mean, that's, but we love to overreact. I can't with the government overreaction. Thank God that, well, at least we don't have to worry about the Chinese. Although, let me ask you a question. How's your lettuce?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You guys can't buy farmland.
We need allowed to grow it.
We need a ministry of lettuce. That'd be a good one. You know, that would be a good one. We have a ministry of lettuce. We have a czar of lettuce. Ooh. That is.
Well, if Kamala run it, and it's her job to taste the lettuce.
Well, if it's in Mexico, we know she'll never go there.
Well, that's true.
She'll fly over it. Well, I've never been to Europe. That's not the answer people were looking for. At no point was that the answer people were looking for. We got so much fun stuff to talk about. I was reading it, like, actually, because I watch news from all over the world, that the story of the Australian guy getting killed downtown is like a big story in Australia.
Yeah.
Like, they killed one of our people. You're like, oh, like, is this what? And
Let's go get him.
Yeah, I'm like, because I'm watching because I watch a couple channels, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, why is Lower Broad on Aussie News. And then I'm like, oh, it was an Australian that we hit.
Yeah, he's apparently a CEO.
Yeah. Were they on their way to see Barry Manilow?
Interesting. I forgot Barry was playing
Was
this
that
weekend.
that was Saturday?
Yeah, that was Saturday. Because I know
Might have been.
the lady that's in the hospital that has a brain bleed, she was on her way to see Barry. And I don't know if they were together or not. So, because who did we send? Was it TB that went and saw? That we sent?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was the winner of the Barry Manilow tickets.
Said Barry did 90 minutes.
All right.
Good for Barry.
Way to go, Barry.
This is his last tour, right?
TB was a little disappointed that it wasn't longer, but it doesn't surprise me that Barry only played 90 minutes at his age and having just gotten finished with chemotherapy for lung cancer.
I'm surprised he didn't put it off. Well, I mean, what is he, 80?
82, I think.
Yeah, 82. I bet he can drive. He probably has.
He doesn't need to. He's like Elton. I don't touch steering wheels.
I always think about that, like, because we all of us love to drive, right? Ken can't stop it. He texts me at 2 this morning. He's like, Chad, I'm on a road. I don't even know where I'm at.
Yeah, turned off onto a gravel road. And I was just trying to follow where the most light was in the sky.
But we take for granted driving, but how many people out there, like even stars, when's the last time you drove a car? Right? Not everybody's Jay Leno. Like I used to say that about like Hillary. This is how you know whether or not people are out of touch. When's the last time you think Hillary actually sat in the front of a car?
Decades.
That's a good point.
Decades. Yeah, right. Decades. Forever. I mean, when's the last time she had to go through customs? You know
Decades.
what I mean? Yeah. It's hard to have, be in touch.
We weren't in the front of the car for long, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you what.
Especially as Secretary of State, she sure as hell wasn't doing any of that stuff.
No. Well, you're traveling. I mean, with your Secretary of State, your goal is to never be in America, right? But every once in a while, you should be on a plane somewhere in the world.
Well, and being a diplomat, too, especially a high-level one like that, they're not going to put you through the humiliation of doing what the common man has to.
No, freaking damn common man. And, what's interesting is watching other nations, because people have no idea. Our stuff compared to everybody else's stuff, how our people travel, outside of MBS, which to this day, I mean, even when Trump travels, it's nothing. MBS, when he flew out here, what do you have? He had 3 747s, one of which had an escalator.
Yeah.
Have you seen it when he takes his Falcons and they all sit on the back of a chair and it's just Falcons on the plane and that's it?
Hopefully he's trained them not to crap inside the airplane.
I'm sure they could have somebody clean it.
Yeah, he's definitely got somebody for that.
It's Hot Take Tuesday, boys. Oh, I had to change my hot take on the way to work. That's how crazy this was.
Man.
Because I got myself a hot take.
Well, I got me one too, man.
Bell forgot. Oh, Bell's got one.
No, I got one. It was inspired by today.
Oh, yeah. Ah, look at that. Little Hot Take Tuesday for Bell, if you guys know what I mean. Coming up, we'll do a hot take. Remember, hot take, guys, no politics, just fun and frivolity. That's what we care about here. We'll do that, among other things. Plus, we're going to talk about the DSA. And I'm going to kind of calm people down while everybody thinks the communists are taking over the world. And I'm going to once again remind everybody why that is not going to happen. Chad Bensfield, Super Talk 99.7. Bulwark Capital, with all the stuff going on, up, down, sideways, some volatility, which is in some ways good, but are you prepared just in case? I mean, is AI, is that build out that they're doing with AI? I was reading a great report yesterday over the fact that AI doesn't really know how to price itself out, and $6.99 a month isn't going to get you that $1 trillion you need to start turning a profit. Could the bubble come at any moment in time? What about geopolitical, the issues going on there, oil around the globe? How is that going to affect stuff? What's happening in Japan? Talk to my friends at Bulwark Capital. They give you a free Know Your Risk portfolio review when it comes to your investments and your retirement, show you what they're all about. Lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility. What can they do to help you when it comes to protecting your investments in retirement and growing it. Simple and easy. Sign up for today. The Know Your Risk Portfolio Review. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com. KNOW, yourriskpodcast.com. Sign up for that today from our friends at Bulwark Capital Management.
A key step forward for President Trump's pick to lead the Justice Department. Also, Secretary of State Marco Rubio tells us how the talks with Iran are going. Meanwhile, President Trump making oil companies mad. Details coming up at 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Oh, man, I tell you what. Those oil companies.
Hey, TB said if there's going to be a Department of Lettuce.
TB, you could be the head of lettuce.
I like that.
I like that.
That comes with a cap and a whistle.
That's right. That's right.
Somebody get that feces off that lettuce.
We need a washer, right? We're going to need somebody to wash it, steam clean it. Just at some point in time, it just gets so warm, nobody wants to eat it. Okay? Lettuce is best served in the garbage right now, is the best way to describe that.
Seriously.
Yeah. Just...
Who wants to take the chance?
And you know what? It's to this day, we still, whenever you hear them talk, they kind of talk and they turn their head like when you think the dog's understanding you. They're like, yeah, we think we know where it came from. And like you said yesterday, Ken, you're not quite sure. You ate that cucumber. We had to restart the clock.
Yeah. Now, I did wash that cucumber.
Doesn't matter, man.
But that's what I'm saying, man.
It only takes one of those little things.
Just one. And they're microscopic.
That's right. Next thing you know, you're...
You clearly don't understand the nature of personal risk.
Yeah.
Because you ate lettuce, and now you've eaten a cucumber. What are you going to do next week to force us to reset the clock?
I'm not paying attention, man. I've got to start paying attention.
Really? Yeah, you should. No,
That lettuce on my hamburger. I have no excuse.
Oh, okay.
I should have known that.
Yeah. You talk about it all the time.
If you get explosive diarrhea, I can just imagine your wife going, "This is not what I signed up for."
This is it. This is it. The relationship blowing out the windows. Literally, you blew the door off of it. The
Like
whole
I'm going to have to
relationship.
work from home.
Oh.
And then that's really going to make her mad.
Oh, my goodness me.
Oh, yeah, because she works from home too, doesn't
Yeah.
she?
Oh, the bathrooms. He's going to be backed up all day.
Our water bill's going to go up 50%.
Holy guacamole.
You got more than one bathroom in your place, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got plenty of bathrooms.
You might want your wife might want to take a work trip that week. That's what we're saying. Hey, speaking of fun,
Hot take, hot take, hot take Tuesday.
so hot. All right, Bell, what you got for us, sir?
Age is just a number.
Oh, man, I was there when he
Age
came up with it.
It's just a number.
That's right.
It was awesome.
I love that. Bell met himself a little darling today.
Yes, he did.
Little cutie. And he's like, "Hey,
No, I've talked to her multiple
would
times.
you like to go out with me? I'm Big Bad Bell. I'll even put my head on and come out.
That's not how I said it.
What's up, ladies? How you guys doing?"
I just simply, we were talking about music, and I said, "Do you have a boyfriend?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Would you like to go out?" And she said, "Yes."
Yes. And she's like, "Do you have a friend for me?" Hey, but you've been talking to her for a while, though, because you've
It's been
talked about.
a few months.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where they go, brother
Bell
Bell.
works quick, as we know.
No. You got to take your time and make sure it's right. Can't jump in on assumptions.
No, that's good. That's the way he does it. I just like, we're going to get it done or we're not. This is the way this is working.
What would you have said had she answered your question about a boyfriend? Had she answered yes?
I would have said, well, if you don't tell him, I won't either.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
You could have said, skip that zero, get with this hero.
Oh, I like that. Hey, Rob Van Winkle told me once, drop the zero and get with the hero.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through life quoting Vanilla Ice.
Oh, you know what? That's why you're not winning more, okay?
Oh, gosh.
What do you have for us, Ken?
You know, boys, it is established that Monday is everyone's favorite day, or should be, like it is for me and Chad. Everybody's just too shy to admit it.
Yeah.
Nothing says happiness quite like an alarm clock reminding you at 5:30 a.m. your freedom was temporary. Oh, I love it.
Oh, yes. I love that. Take that freedom away, baby.
I mean, when that alarm goes off, I'm just, yes, slave to the grindstone again.
But you know what? Our grindstone is way better than a lot of other people's grindstone.
Boy, it is. I mean, we're
yeah.
not out in the swamp ass.
Oh, we are
Ain't
not.
that the truth?
Ain't that
We're
the
not having to
truth.
wear long sleeve shirts to do roofing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really bothers you.
It does. I just don't. When people say, "Oh, it helps keep you cool," I don't buy that at all. I do buy the keeps you getting sunburned.
Yeah.
That I get. But it helps keep you cool. No, I'm not going to wear a sweatshirt and believe that it's there to keep me cool.
I think it's well, if your shirt's wet all the time, maybe. I don't know. But I know that for me it would be all about the sunburn. Because I
Yeah,
get-
and that does make sense.
yeah, totally.
Well, you don't want to get that sunburn.
You do not. It is not healthy for you. That I do know. Mine today, I had a couple things and I was driving in, and then it came to me when we all pulled into a four-way stop sign at the same time and everybody decided to go. Because nobody knows what to do. Is it the person on the right that goes? Well, then I'm right at that guy. Yeah, that's the way it works, right? That guy goes, and then you go, and then everybody. What are we doing? Or the person that shows up to the stop a little bit late, but he's going to go anyways.
Yeah.
What?
And you can tell.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Because they got that California roll, as they would call it. They're not really putting their foot down on the brake. They're just kind of slowly heading on out. It is. Today, I thought we're going to have a crash over here. 3 cars are going to smash. Because I wasn't going to go because I could see everybody itching to go. And I'm like, I'm going to sit back and watch this car crash happen. And sure enough, one person went, and one person doesn't have their blinker on. The other person's trying to turn left. It was a giant. It looked like one of those Waymo things. It's not that hard. It isn't. You can flash your lights. Hey, you go. It's okay. I'm turning. But nobody knows what to do. Nobody does. And so they just stand there. Either everybody stops, and then one person has to, I'm going to go for it. And then everybody else starts to go for it. Or Nobody stops. And you knew you were the first one there. See, I wasn't the first one there today, but it didn't matter because I was going last. Because even though I wasn't the first, I wasn't the last, but I knew what was happening. Everybody was going, and you wonder why stuff happens.
Yeah.
Where do you have to be that this 2 seconds is going to change your life? That's crazy.
Yeah, 8677 said at a four-way stop, I don't stop because everyone else is stopping.
Well, there you go.
That's a good way to look at it.
There you go.
I'm adopting that philosophy right there.
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to let the person on the left go. You're supposed to, no, everybody, it's the person on the right. It's the person on, it doesn't matter. You know what you do? You just let everybody go. The best thing to do sometimes is just to stand back and say, you know what? Please go ahead for me. Go ahead. Because I saw it coming today, man. There was one guy in a truck, right? Right there. Just, he was not stopping. And he was the last in the bunch. But he had like one of those Raptors. He wasn't stopping for anything.
His big boy.
He was a big boy.
His big boss man.
That's what he thought. All right, kids. So let us know what your hot takes are coming up. I'm going to explain to you guys. And we'll talk a little bit about the governor's race. But also explain to you why you don't have to worry about the DSA when everybody freaks out over communism. I do love watching it, though. They're coming. They're coming. They're not. They're not coming.
Oh, just to nip it in the bud, yes, I have yet to find out if she makes a good sandwich.
That should be the first thing you should ask every day.
Hey, you know what? I know I come across as misogynistic sometimes, but I'm not stupid. I'm not going to lead with, "Hey, can you make a good sandwich?"
Oh yeah, you got to ease into that.
Yeah, it's a
slow
lead
walk. With crazy and awful.
Thank you.
That's at least the second topic you discussed.
Yeah,
it's a third date question.
In relationship, you got to let them fall in love with you and then feel like they can fix you before you decide to show how misogynistic you are.
Thank you.
There you go. Say, good God, you guys don't know how to. You don't come out in the first date and go, by the way, I'm mean and horrible. And you better make me a sandwich or else, and you better buy me a car.
So hey, little lady, what do you think about mayonnaise?
Ooh, yeah, I like mine on bread. Now is what I'm saying.
I like mine in a glass with a straw.
Because see what he does there. All right, coming up, we'll talk a little about DSA, a bunch of other good stuff on the way. Hope you guys are doing well. Text the program. By the way, who do you guys, right now, who do you have for governor? Right this second? Or are you just over this entire thing?
I'm just over it.
I know, we're all over it. We're all over it. So let us know. Text the program, Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 997.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. The confirmation of Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche to the permanent Justice Department post advances after a 12-10 vote today by the Senate Judiciary Committee. Full Senate takes it up later this week. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says there's been some headway in discussions with Iran and Oman in terms of getting more ships through the Strait of Hormuz.
Suffice it to say there's been progress made in those talks, but not finality yet. We're hoping that will happen very shortly.
Meanwhile, President Trump's demanding the nation's major oil companies lower prices after they reported record profits.
But they made too much money. Too much money. Chevron, too much money. ExxonMobil, too much money.
An industry trade group firing back, insisting those higher prices are driven by global supply and uncertainty around the Strait of Hormuz and not by any one company. And the number of states reporting cyber incidents at water utilities is growing. Federal authorities now investigating possible cyber attacks targeting water and wastewater utilities in at least a dozen states. Sources telling ABC News Iran is the lead suspect, though no official attribution.
And Minnesota.
Yeah. In fact, among the states that have been publicly identified, Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, and Georgia. Officials say there's been no widespread disruptions to drinking water or wastewater treatment services. More than 20 states and the District of Columbia are suing the Trump administration over a proposed federal data sharing rule. The lawsuit seeks to block wider access to personal information from people receiving temporary assistance for needy families benefits. States argue the rule could expose Social Security numbers, immigration status, and other sensitive data. Federal officials say public assistance programs must be reviewed for possible fraud. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
As kids head back to school, it's time to make sure your home is ready too. And right now, Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is helping you save with their biggest back-to-school offer of the season. So schedule an HVAC maintenance or complete any HVAC repair, and you're going to get a free dryer vent cleaning. That's awesome, right? That added safety is one less thing to think about, and you check something off on your to-do list. And are you ready for this? If you're thinking about a new system, purchase high-efficiency HVAC unit. You're going to be entered in to win Busy Bee's Healthy Hive giveaway, a $1,500 sponsored deal for local school of your choice, plus qualified teachers, faculty, and staff can receive a free Beehive membership when a customer purchases renews one and gives it to them. And if you need any plumbing work, they got you covered. $500 gift card with qualified homeowner repipes or mainline replacements and approved credit. Of course, 0% financing, 18 months. Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, 615-775-7833 or online at busybeehvac.com for details. Restrictions apply. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, join us Thursday, broadcasting live from Hop Springs in Murfreesboro. We're all going to be out there.
Yeah, all of us. Even Brother Bilal.
Even Brother Bilal's going to be out there.
Stop telling the audience falsehoods.
We are telling everybody, look for him. And remember, it is Hug-A-Dan Day.
That's right.
So one of the best days in the history.
Is it really, though? Isn't every day Hug-A-Dan Day?
This is a different kind of Hug-A-Dan Day. This is Hug-A-Dan when he's not looking or expecting it.
Just sneak up behind on
Bear
him and
hug,
just
pick him up and squeeze
pick him up, kiss his bald head.
Put him in your pocket, take him home. So Matt's going to be out there 3 o'clock, live, in person, along with, potentially, Ken, hopefully doesn't have diarrhea, Weaver.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing my news from out there.
That's right, baby. So
In the restroom.
Yeah. Somewhere out there, stuff's going down, okay?
That's right.
So we're all, Chris Ann is going to be there. You know that. I'm going to be there. Ken, Matt, obviously he's doing the show. Jackson.
Oh, Brother Jackson Williams.
That's right. We're all going to be there. If you want to RSVP, as you should, go to
Goes
99.7.
3 to 10.
Yeah, 99.7WTN.com. First thing Bell asked me, he goes, well, how long's it going to go? And I said, I don't know. He storms off, comes back, and he goes, "It's going till 10. I can't do that."
I wasn't. I had to do some behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. And I had to, and some of the stuff I had to make sure that our boss was taken care of, so I didn't leave any gaps in situations.
Yeah, sure you did, Bell. Bell wants to just make sure. Because, Bell, you know what? And that's... I get it, Bell. You remind me of those commercials where you turn into your parents, because they were the other one the other day. How about that baseball game? He goes, I know. He goes, it sounded great on the car. He goes, you left. It was the most exciting game of the year. Well, I had to leave in the 6th inning. I didn't want to get caught in the crowd. So that's Bell right there. Had to leave early.
I love the. Go ahead, Bill.
That's totally untrue. I never ever have to leave early because I'm not there.
That's why.
I like the one where the dude's in the dentist office and starts asking everybody, "What are you here for, pal?"
So funny. It is so funny. I love that one. Yeah, I got a couple molars impacted. That guy is. Because have you seen the one where he goes, every once in a while you have to let their parent out?
Right.
And so he'll ask them questions about stuff that's crazy and they start going off on it, Well, yeah, I guess we're going to talk about the electrical. You want to? Of course you do. It's just... My favorite is that lady I keep sending you. My favorite thing about going outside is coming back in.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
I can relate to that.
Really? Have you told your little friend there you're a hermit?
No, she'll find out in due time.
That's right. Look, I just wanted to ask you out. That was it. I don't want to go anywhere, do anything, see anybody.
God, you have no idea how much I actually think like that.
That's it. His dream is The Last Man on Earth, the TV show, except for there was always another person. That is your dream.
Hey, if I'm the last man on Earth, then people need to stay away from me.
Really? Why?
Because I'm obviously not the last man.
There you go. So you wouldn't be the last man on Earth.
Right.
A lot of you chiming in about the governor's race. And look, what are you going to do, right? I mean, this is what you got. This is it. These are you have to choose from. And Sean said it earlier, said, I pissed Chris off with this morning. Here goes, I voted for Fritz. And I'm telling you, if Marcia wins, I will vote Democrat just in protest. There's no way in hell I'm voting for that woman. I don't kiss the blank. I don't kiss the ass of the Republican Party.
Well, you don't have to vote Democrat. You can just write yourself in.
Well, yeah. Or vote Democrat. You know what, though? Every once in a while, voting for the other side, every once in a while, you have to send a message.
Yeah, that is true. It's like if you can wrangle up enough dissent to where they lose a percentage that makes them nervous, then they get their act together.
Yeah, you have to send a message. Just like Monty. Monty's been very open about the fact that he thinks, man, they're nervous. We're coming. They're nervous. You have to sometimes have to make them nervous, right? The DSA, they're all freaking out about the DSA. And the Republicans are going to be, this is their, everybody's a communist, right? That's a new thing. Everybody's a commie. I'm going to tell you guys, and maybe you guys have heard this before. Many of you have. Maybe you haven't. I'm going to tell you why the DSA will never run our country. Are you guys ready for this? Sit back, relax, and enjoy, because it's worth it.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
To address everyone. Please, guys.
That's me off.
Guys, please don't hit him, they, them.
Where's this at?
This was the DSA's national convention.
Oh, my goodness.
I just want you guys to understand, it took them 20 minutes to figure out how to count the people. Oh, by the way, we got so much more chaos coming here because we haven't even got to the sound that's too loud for people? The hissing, and they call themselves comrades. You know who does that? People who wear Banana Republic shirts. I'm worried about the communists. No. Do you want to know why Mondani has got such... First of all, he's in New York City. If Mondani was the mayor of Berkeley, nobody would care. He's in New York City, the epicenter of the media world. I mean, if something happens today, right? Like if what happened in Lower Broad happened in New York City, and downtown on their Broadway, we would hear about it all day long. Plus, he's a good foil, and he doesn't sound like guys. If you guys could please keep the gendered language, please.
I'm watching this show. It's Zach Galifianakis. It's called Audacity, and it's basically based in Palo Alto, California, where a lot of tech workers, and there's a lot of very wokeness going on in it. But it was just a wonderfully politically incorrect moment last night, whenever Zach Galifianakis' character referred to this other guy's worker as the pink-haired pronoun. Could you tell your pink-haired pronoun to calm down?
Oh, yeah. Could you?
I would just want to go through that entire convention just walking around going, hey, dude, hey, dude, hey,
Guys.
dude, hey, dude.
We haven't even got... I mean, Ken, guys, please.
Okay. We have a lot of disabled comrades.
Do we? Now, what kind of disability do they have?
And a lot of those are invisible.
Invisible? Yeah, you guys don't know. I'm a Bell's an amputee. All 4 of his limbs. It's invisible limbs.
I used to have 8 limbs. And
He used to be an octopus.
Yes.
That's why he doesn't have a head. He's got 12 hearts. But comrades, hold on a second. My iPhone's going off, just like they designed in the Soviet Union. Continue.
Disability. First of all, in this room, I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this. And that's really important because those loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important.
Now, what is this? Jazz hands. That's how you clap. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. So if you're excited about something, instead of clapping because we don't want to hurt somebody, it's so loud for us. This is why they're never going to take over. This is why.
They can't even communicate with each other.
They can't.
Exactly.
Oh, we're not done?
So please don't clap, shoot up these. And additionally with the noise issue, like avoid hissing, avoid waving banners, right? If you don't know what to do, show up these, right? I'm sure there's lots of ways that we can communicate to each other without needing to rely on something that's going to hurt somebody else.
If I could quote Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God. We're not even done yet.
Oh my God.
Oh, let's go.
We have quiet rooms that are available. There's a range of options of these.
That's exactly, you know what? I remember a long time ago, I was reading Marx, and then I was thinking about Stalin and Lenin. And the first thing they said is, you know what you need, comrade? Quiet rooms.
Yeah.
What if people make too much loud noise? And I need quiet room for this. I also need to slaughter 60 million of my own people.
Which can be kind of loud when you're killing that
But if you do it quietly, that's all that matters. And if you're going to do it, remember to shake your hands like this. Fantastic.
Right? On 7, there's one that has video but no sound. If you still want to be able to observe the convention, but the sound is an issue. There's also on Piedmont 8, a completely quiet room. One thing to note there, please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent, for instance, right? Because that's going to be difficult for people.
Just want to let you guys know. The commies were coming. How'd you stop them? Axe body spray? Because it was aggressive.
That's the kind of convention where I would show up smelling like hot buttered popcorn in the loudest way possible.
I would show up with so much Dracar Noir on that the putrid smell of the 1980s would just permeate throughout the thing. Fantastic. How about one more from our friends? It's an aggressive scent.
Quick point of privilege once again.
He's back.
Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload. And that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety. like the be comradely isn't just for like, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't going to get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate. Okay.
This is beautiful.
I can't believe that we didn't win.
Beautiful.
So when everybody goes, the commies are coming. No, they're not. You know how I know? Because their mom didn't want to let them take the car.
And even if they could organize and get all in one place, somebody would be like, this is triggering for me. I can't handle it.
I cut out the first 5 minutes where they were trying to get a head count, and the lady couldn't get him to get to the damn wall or raise their hand for their head count. It was hilarious. So let's all take a deep breath here, people. And I know somebody said, what about that lady in Wisconsin? The primary is not a general.
No.
Okay. And you know how I know that? Ask Herschel Walker, who was really concerned about werewolves and vampires. I'll watch
I'm glad somebody is.
Yeah, somebody should be. Oh my God. It was an aggressive scent. Hey, kids, all you guys need to know is
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
oh God. Welcome to the world we live in. We don't have to worry about it. Now you guys feel better, don't you? We all do. We all do.
I hope that guy's using a drool cup.
Oh, he totally, he's got spittle all over his mouth. Please do not use gendered language. Please don't. Coming up. Bell was sports. Speaking of manly stuff, him does sports straight ahead. Chad Benson Show.
They.
Incogni, Incongi. What are they? They're the best at going and getting your data back in your hands from those data brokers who will sell it to anybody. Those annoying calls, those absolutely crazy calls that you get. You're like, what is this? And you're like, from my number? Or how about all those text messages? You don't want that. Phishing emails. Cogni gets rid of it all for you. It's the beauty of it. They go to all of the data brokers, the person search sites, everything. They get you off the list because they have to get you off the list. They've got me off. There was hundreds of sites that I was on. I was shocked about how many sites I was on. I'm off all of those lists now. I virtually, my phone is quiet. I get nothing outside of my family, my friends texting me anymore. Thank goodness for that. Try Incogni now, right? Because you want that silence back. Take control of your data the way you should. Go to incogni.com/Benson. Save 60% when you use my code Benson. Your data matters. Protect yourself. Incogni.com/Benson. Incogni.com/Benson.
Secretary Rubio says talks with Iran and Oman are moving forward, while President Trump is pressuring oil companies to cut gasoline prices after record profits. These stories and more coming up at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Point of parliamentary privilege. Let's talk sports with Bell, where nobody wins, but everybody gets a trophy.
Now it's time for Sports with Bell. When you need to know sports information, you turn to the guy who calls basketball shooty hoops.
Let's talk some sports with Bell.
Yeah, a little bit of Bell.
So apparently, Caitlin Clark's brain isn't fully formed
Why?
because Dan Dakich, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
He's an analyst on the WNBA, and he's saying because she will not take a side or a position on trans women in women's sports, that her brain isn't fully formed.
Yeah, I think she's just... Here's the thing. Everybody has built hate or love around her. I think she just wants to play basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of what she's expressed too, is I'm not here for politics. I'm here to play basketball.
And I think, they hate her. They've done a horrible job at promoting or doing stuff. Sophie, Cunningham is the girl that's been out there. She has no problem being loud and in your face, and she's kind of the protector on the court of Caitlin.
Yeah, this article says Clark's teammate Sophie Cunningham is against the notion as she wants things to stay as they are.
Yeah.
Clark, on the other hand, offered no clear stance on the same.
Because they're always trying to drag her into something where, it's sad. It's sad because she just wants to play basketball, and you guys are killing your golden goose.
Well, and when leftists get upset, it's because not that you won't take a stance, it's that you won't agree with them.
Oh, yeah. Or because of, because of an aggressive scent. I don't want an aggressive scent, okay?
God,
yeah.
I just want to go home.
Point of parliamentary procedure. We're part of the GSA. He, him, they, them. Who took over your country? He, him, they, them.
What color was that dude's hair?
He was an older dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he's crazy. Crazy comes in all shapes and sizes.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, nothing against people who color their hair, but at the DSA, I'm sure it looks like a rainbow.
There was a lot of rainbow. You know what else there was a lot of? Members-only type jackets.
Nice.
Seems to be people who wear members-only type jackets tend to be people that aren't good from what I'm starting to put together. Very
like Ahmadinejad?
Like Ahmadinejad. Coming up, hour number 2 of the program. We'll talk a little about Sophie Cunningham. A bunch of other good stuff on the way. If you missed your show, shame on you. Grab the podcast. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says there's been progress in discussions with Iran and Oman on getting more ships through the Strait of Hormuz, but the secretary says a final agreement has not yet been reached.
The denuclearization of Iran is the ultimate deal. I think the immediate deal, and the one that you see a lot of focus on, is the Straits. The Straits, there are ships moving through the Straits. There's oil moving right now through the Straits. So the Straits are open.
Yeah, President Trump demanding the nation's major oil companies lower prices after they reported record profits.
They're making too much money, okay? Based on a shortage, they're making too much money. I don't like it.
An industry trade group firing back, insisting those higher prices are driven by global supply and uncertainty around the Strait of Hormuz and not by any one company. And what started in a handful of states has now led to at least 12. The FBI leading an investigation into suspected cyber intrusions affecting water systems, which could allow hackers to change passwords, disable alarms, and interfere with system monitoring. So far, authorities say water service and treatment operations have not seen widespread disruptions. 4 states so far, we have learned, have been involved in this: Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, and Georgia. And with the nation's student debt load approaching $2 trillion, a federal appeals court is offering relief to at least some of the borrowers. ABC's Jim Ryan says the education department's been ordered to write off $11 billion in student loans.
The ruling is the result of a class action lawsuit filed in 2019 by students or former students who said the for-profit schools they attended had lured them into enrolling by offering unrealistic promises of their earning potential upon graduation. Now the loans the plaintiffs took out to attend might be forgiven.
And as housing affordability continues to challenge Americans, J.P. Morgan Chase is launching a major investment effort. The banking giant says it will spend $750 billion over the next decade to support affordable housing and homeownership. Plans include financing 1 million affordable housing units and expanding mortgage lending to help 500,000 customers purchase homes. J.P. Morgan says the initiative represents a 40% increase to housing investment compared to the previous 10 years. And the Idaho man who took action during a mass shooting Saturday outside an In-N-Out Burger now sharing his story with ABC News. Here's Trevor Ault in Twin Falls.
35-year-old Jordan Salinas tells me he and his girlfriend Emily had just pulled into the parking lot when the shooting began. As hundreds ran for their lives, Jordan drew his semi-automatic pistol and went toward the danger, seen on video repeatedly firing at the shooter. Authorities say an off-duty state trooper also took aim at the suspect, and the pair's heroic actions bought valuable time for people to flee.
The investigators say that you probably saved a lot of lives.
My goal was to try to help as many people get home as possible.
Yeah, 3 people were killed, 7 others injured. Police say the suspect also died at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Oh, man. We got an election primary thingy-mabobber this week. I forgot all about that.
We do?
Yeah.
Well, for what?
There's 3 people running. Who are they again?
Watch your cookies, watch out! Yeah. Tennessee, stand down. Watch your cookies, watch out! Marshall's coming to town. Cell phones bad, cell phones bad. Rose in boots, rose in
Party begins Thursday. Get out there. Ken, Matt, the Huggable Dan. It's his new name, the Huggable Dan.
Does early voting go all the way up to Wednesday?
You know what? Early voting goes all the way through next week.
Oh, okay. But next week is for
just forever. We're just always voting
for the 2028 election.
Yes,
though,
yes.
Right?
That's how early we're going to be there. So yeah, early voting goes through. What is it?
Well, today's the 4th.
It is the 4th. How about that? Hey, it is the 4th. When do you think we find out about Mitch McConnell?
7th.
Because it got past the 3rd. They don't want to be too obvious about it.
Right.
They don't want to come out at midnight and go, well, he passed away at midnight.
Unfortunately, he was doing great. Then he fell down.
So,
I told you to keep that blind pulled.
it's just somebody wearing a Mitch suit.
I can't see my stories.
From, oh my God, the Cleveland Spiders lost.
A Mitch suit? Is that like an Edgar suit?
It's like an Edgar suit.
Men in Black.
It's just so... Is that a Mitch suit? It's because he's eternal. So, but yeah, after yesterday, so once they got past the 3rd, now they don't have to have a runoff to replace him. They can nominate somebody, or I'm not quite sure what they do in Kentucky. Whatever it is, I'm sure it won't be hemp friendly. That's not very nice, kids. So guys, come on out Thursday. Hang out with us. I'm going to be out there. Have you, what should we eat there? That's what I care about.
I don't know. They're going to have a bunch of food trucks, from what I understand.
I like that. Let's do that. As long as they're not serving up any of that
salad,
pesticide salad. Hey, you got any
pesticide salad?
You got any pesticide on there? I'll take a little side of pesticide if you don't mind. Oh, so going to be interesting though. Who wins this? I'm kidding, because I think we know who's going to win it. Now, is it going to be close? See, my thing is, how close is it going to be? How close is it going to be? Can they shave off enough to make... You know, it'd be interesting if nobody got over that 50% threshold.
I want it to be close enough that I never have to hear the words come out of her mouth, I have a mandate.
Oh, yeah. We don't want her to have a mandate.
No.
So, no. Because why would we? Why would we? Why would we have a mandate? Right? This state it's red. Can't get any redder. I mean, it's red. So there's always a mandate. In fact, there's a mandate that even if she didn't like something, they could mandate over her.
Well, yeah, the General Assembly has a Republican supermajority in both houses.
So, God, that is... So it'll be... I wonder how close it's going to be. My sense it's going to be closer than people... I don't know if it's going to be closer than people realize. And by that, I mean, I don't know if I think she's going to win, but does she win by 10, 15, 20? Do people on the day show up and she wins the day of because people decided to get involved? Because remember, it's a primary. And this is why when we were talking about DSA last hour and why it matters. I'm not kidding when I say quality of candidate matters. The joke about Herschel Walker isn't a joke because he tried to tell some sort of allegory about werewolves and vampires and stuff that he was watching, like a Svengoolie thing when he was running to be senator.
You laugh about that until you're getting attacked by a werewolf and then I'm getting a phone call.
Why? Are you a vampire?
No, because I'm the only one.
First of all, you're the last person I'm calling.
You
wouldn't take the call. And the second thing is, and we all know this, I'm calling Ken long before I call you.
I'll be out in the middle of the country.
Yeah, you'll be lost. But you know what?
The thing is I have the equipment to kill a werewolf, but you're right. I probably wouldn't take the call.
Yeah, there you go.
You got silver bullets?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Silver bullets.
You never know when you're going to need them.
He doesn't have anything. First of all, he's not showing up. No, I don't want to come. What kind of parking is there? It's an emergency. It feels like there's going to be some parking
Is
problems.
it easy to get an Uber?
Yeah. If it's easy, get an Uber. There you go. Yeah. So, but quality candidate matters, right? So when you got the lady from Wisconsin there, for sure, talking about who wants to be mayor. Our governor talking about, Thanksgiving, going off about Thanksgiving and stuff. That's fine. By the way, the Republicans have put $3 million into several of these races because they want crazy to win. Because they know, they've seen it happen on their side. When crazy wins, we have a better shot. And then you find out that your crazy also won. And then you know who loses? Us, the voters. That's who loses. So I'll bring the goomies for chow. All right. Yeah, you guys got to come out there. We're going to have a lot of fun. Bring the goomies. What happens now? Do we know what happens, by the way, with if you get caught with
goomies?
The goomies or anything?
Nothing. Those are legal as long as they are 0.3%. As long as they are at 3.3% or below the federal allowable limit of THC.
I don't necessarily think Ken's correct. I think it's if you're caught with them, it's capital punishment right into the wood chipper.
That's what it would be here, no doubt. Absolutely. I was watching this guy in Texas. So him and his family, they go, we moved from Alabama here to Texas because, remember, Texas just got rid of theirs. They reversed everything. And people are like, what? 6 years ago, the Republicans passed a bill that essentially legalized a lot of this stuff and decriminalized a lot of it. And then they reversed it because you had two wackadoos in Ken Paxton, who's awful, by the way. He always looks high. Then it wasn't high.
Looks high.
Then I realized that's not a high look. You know what that is? That's just shady. I'm looking shady.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he had actually been high, wouldn't we have had a story about him trying to jump into a wood chipper?
We would have, but we couldn't. So, but now people are going to get, the whole thing is you're going to get in trouble. They were talking to his family. They moved from Alabama because they're like, we want some freedom. So we're going to move to Texas because you think Texas is freedom and stuff, right? Like that's what it should be. But no, now they've reversed it. They said they were making, up until last week, they were doing about $5,000 a day in each store. Now, that's not their profit. That's just what they were doing sales-wise. And it says now between the two stores, they're doing $2,000 a day, $1,000 each.
Yeah, they took away flour and all that. It's basically, in Texas, it's basically what it is in Tennessee now.
Yeah.
Well, they took away flour in the sense that you can't go buy it retail anymore.
Yeah,
now you go back to your guy that made it for you. You're like, hey, I'm sorry I went and bought from those retail guys, but I'm back. Here's some money. Give me some flour.
Yeah, and once again, you hear them, well, it's about the kids. Shut up. Now you got to go ask.
It's for the children.
Now what do you have to do? Now you have to go ask your high school kid, hey, where do you get your stuff at?
Like, hook your dad up, man.
Oh, man. I tell you what, man. So come on out, see us. We're ready to have fun. And again, if you want to come yell at me, do it respectfully. Okay? That's all I say. Because I think, as Steven knows, you come in here, I'm a good guy. We have a lot of fun. So there's no reason to freak out.
Besides, if somebody goes crazy on you, security's just going to grab them anyway.
That's right. It's usually just for me, too, by the way, now anymore, the security. Whenever I talk, they're like, are you Chad? And we're here for you. I'm like, I bet you are. There you guys go. I don't know why. Because you don't like Trump. Okay. It's not that I don't like Trump. I don't feel one way or another about him. I hate when people do that. Like, the other day, I was like, hey, you know what? I was praising him about the whole Hamas thing. If he could pull that thing off, what an amazing thing that is. And nary a word from anybody. Nary a word.
Right.
Although Bell was bummed yesterday because we did put the what was the thumbnail?
We put the quote. The text was Spider-Man proves theaters aren't dead and Trump backs down on Iran, and I put him in a chicken suit.
Yeah, and he's like, man, nobody even commented.
Nobody made a comment. There was nothing.
Yeah, because everybody, you know why? Because even people that are MAGA or people on the right, they're like, come on, dude, just make up your mind. First of all, you know this, Ken. Dude, if you keep telling them you're going to do something and you don't do it, after a while, nobody listens to you.
Yeah.
They're not listening anymore. Right? I mean, they're not. And so, and I listened to old Marco out there. We're getting close. You're getting close to nothing.
Yeah, these are the same. This is the same thing we've heard since March.
Yeah. So, you're getting close to nothing. I don't know what people think is going to happen. I mean, this is going to go on probably through the end of the year because they're not going to give up their enrichment for not taking control of the straits and vice versa. So this is what we have. And this is just going to be the game that both sides play, this dance. and we're not going to bomb them forever and a day because we just don't have it. And it's not that we don't have the ammunition to attack. We don't have the ammunition to defend, which is what all of the people around there are worried about. I mean, if it was just a blank piece of land and there was no other nations and we wanted to bomb all day, okay. But it's not. And the neighbors are like, yeah, is there any way you could not piss off the dog that's not going to come over to your house and eat your chickens?
Yeah, and if we start bombing their infrastructure, they're going to start bombing Saudi Arabia and Jordan's infrastructure.
Yeah, that's what they already said.
And if that happens, you will see Saudi Arabia and Jordan real quickly say, okay, enough.
Yeah, because Trump said, oh, they called us over the weekend. Well, come to find out, MBS released the phone records. He released the chat, and it was him from Saudi Arabia. It wasn't the Iranians. It was him. He called up and he said, hey, they're not coming for America. They're coming for us. They said they're going to hit our desalination plants. They said they're going to hit all of our oil pipelines. They're going to hit our infrastructure. So how about no? And Jordan's already at the point where they want America out of there. Then you've got Bahrain, you've got the UAE, you've got all Emirates. Nobody wants any part of what's going on now because they don't trust we can defend them. And so that's an ugly situation. So that's why we're at this bizarre standstill. And we don't want to, Trump doesn't want to risk a bunch of soldiers. Thank God for that.
He doesn't want to risk a bunch of soldiers, and he does not want to kill civilians.
No, he doesn't, because he knows it's not good. He knows it's also not good for business in the Middle East. If you start killing Muslims at some point in time, even the ones, Shia and Sunni, they start to go, okay, this is a bit much. We're not into this. And you start to lose. See what happened to Israel. You start to lose any kind of goodwill you have. And we're already running out of goodwill in some places. Coming up, we got a little Hot Take Tuesday. Hot Take. I wonder what Bell's hot take is. So hot. A little Hot Take Tuesday. On top of that, we'll talk a little bit about the WNBA. Oh, my Lord. Can you guys just continue to just screw up so much? It's just spectacular. Talk a little bit about that, among other things. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99. Relief Factor is awesome. You guys need to try it. Works from the inside out. Inflammation, number one issue when it comes to aches and pains in your body. That is the number one issue, is inflammation. And so you got aches and pains in your body, in your joints, and what happens? Well, you might take something that masks the pain. It doesn't actually go in and fix the pain. It just masks it so you don't really feel it. It doesn't work on the underlying condition. That's what Relief Factor does. Naturally formulated. You can take it every single day. It's non-addictive. It works. It fights that inflammation. It helps you get to feeling better again. You don't have to live in pain. Try Relief Factor now. You're not going to be disappointed. 1776, 3-week quick start. I'm telling you guys right now, this stuff is amazing. I take it every single day. You can get it by going to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com. Get that 3-week quick start. Try it. Put it to the test. Relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF. 800, the number 4RELIEF for Relief Factor. All right, guys. Beacon Capital Management wants you. Give them a call today. Sit down and talk to them about everything from taxes, right? With all the stuff going on, we're falling more and more debt. We're going to probably have to raise taxes at a point in time. So we need to be prepared for that just in case that does happen. And I think at some point in time, we're going to have to do that. Then you start thinking about what about your income, right? When you're in the retirement world and you're worried about that, they got you covered with that as well. When you call 615-488-9303, Beacon's going to get you out a free retirement ready toolkit, Money Enough for Life book, retirement planning checklist, and a guide for maximizing your retirement income. Here's the beauty of it. No cost, no obligation, no pressure whatsoever. Call Beacon, sit down with them, see what they can do for you. From taxes to healthcare to, yes, estate planning, long-term care, and when it comes to your income and retirement, they've got you covered. Call Beacon today, 615-488-9303, or online at askbeaconnow.com for Beacon Capital Management. This is a paid placement.
Well, Secretary Rubio says there is progress in talks with Iran, and President Trump is not happy with the nation's largest oil company, says he thinks they've been making too much money, and concerns are growing after reports of cyber attacks on water plants. That has now increased from 7 states to 12. We'll tell you about it at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Tell you what, that Tim Walz guy's out there just hacking into everybody.
Busy.
He's very busy.
You know what
stopped that? My Pillow guy. What world do we live in anymore? Did I wake up in a different dimension? I feel like sometimes I do. Hot take Tuesday. So hot. All right, Ken, what you got for us?
Monday is everyone's favorite day. They're just too shy to admit it, like me and Chad.
That's right.
Nothing says happiness, quite like an alarm clock reminding you at 5:30 in the morning your freedom was temporary.
Point of order. His hot take should be rejected.
Why?
Because it's false and it's
you don't even know what it's about.
It's bad.
Wow, you sound like that guy at the DSA.
It's tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
I love learning that Monday is here. I can't wait for it right now.
No.
Punitive action should be taken against the newsman.
You know what? We're taking enough punitive action against you, sir. Unless
you mean
you're hot
the news them.
Yeah. So let's hear your hot take, Bell, if you're so hot with your takes.
Age is just a number.
Oh, look at that. That was it. That's what he came up from.
I know I stole.
Is it half your age plus 7?
No, it's half your age plus minus 12. It's half your age plus minus 12.
Brother Bilal.
Woo! That's good, Bell.
No, wait a minute. It's half your age minus 4. There we go.
He's trying to make it work.
I'm trying to do the math here.
Like, she's 21.
So what have you been doing, man? You been putting on Smell Good before you go get a cup of coffee?
Did you put on Sex Panther?
Yeah.
No, I only save that when I'm going into a private room.
Oh, my Lord. Little Sex Panther right there. For me, the 4-way stop is an adventure. I think we should all learn the rules. And then, as I pulled up today to the 4-way stop, just because you're the first one there doesn't mean you get to go, okay? Apparently, according to a lot of people. The people don't know how to use their blinkers. They don't know who's got the right of way. It is a free-for-all of free-for-alls. I think we need to have a conversation about the 4-way stop. This is why we can't have nice things. Do we have to bring back the person that stands in the middle of the street to allow people to stop and go? That's how bad it's getting. Okay? So let's fix this problem, people. All right? And age is just a number.
It is.
It is.
Sort of wish my number was lower.
Yeah. Well, you just make it up.
That's right.
Yeah. Tell everybody you're 38.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
And if
47.
they don't believe it, I'm going to get upset at them.
47. Just have 47. So the Bell, this lady Dace is like, you're 45? And Bell's like, maybe. The numbers are right. Wrong way, but they're right.
Sounds good to me.
That sounds plausible.
And we need to drop all these references to gender.
Oh, 100%. I mean, guys, gender.
No. I like her gender.
No, you know what? Gender is a construct. Remember, like a lot of people, she doesn't want to be a woman, but she does want to be a woman. But if she is a woman, she wants to be a mom. But if she's a mom, she also wants to be a grandmother, but not a woman.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay, we're not. Sure. Ever.
I freaking love that.
I got a text message here. As usual, uninformed, how come you ain't complaining when they said people are not drinking alcohol as much and then the alcohol commission took over? What does that mean?
Maybe they're imbibing in the alcohol.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, okay, what exactly does that mean?
I think he's saying we're not complaining enough about the alcohol industry.
Oh, is that what
has
that
happened
is?
to THC?
Well, because you're an adult. What's wrong with you being an adult and act like an adult?
Because he can't make a decision unless government tells him what it needs to be.
So you're an adult. Be an adult, for God's sakes. Good God. This is the problem we have here.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
He was so excited about that.
We need that on a hotkey.
Oh, that's going to be on a hotkey. And an aggressive scent.
Yes.
And if you're going to go in that room, make sure you don't have an aggressive scent. I'm like, what the hell's an aggressive scent? Oh, my Lord. Coming
Only
up,
one
ladies.
person per cry room.
That's so true. And you think they're going to take over America. Don't listen to Mike Johnson when he talks about that. Don't. That's just so silly. They're coming. They're communists. They're not. They're not. They can't even figure out how to count each other in a room. Right? How do you think they're going to fix the roads?
That's
right.
That's right.
Again, if you can't fix the roads and pick up the garbage, there's a lot of problems there. There is. And we got some problems here because we ain't got no roads fixed. Tell you that. I drive a quarter of a mile because I thought it was going to rain today. And then I'm like, I'm going to go play golf afterwards. I drove like a quarter of a mile, if that. And I hit like 3 potholes.
Yeah.
And already the new road that they've put in that's been there for like 3 weeks, the new strip of 50 yards is already starting to have some cracks in it.
Yeah.
Can Afton impact that at all? Because she's your representative, isn't she? And she's big time anti-pothole.
She can't if it's a state route.
Yeah. Well, and
no, this is not a state route. This is local streets.
Yeah, but not only that, what is she going to do? Is she going to go buy me a bag of concrete?
No, as a representative, she can go to the DOT and complain that the roads in her district are not being maintained.
Yeah, she tried that. It's called pot with potholes.
No, that was an attempt at a law. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I know that. But I'm sure she's complained before. We've all complained.
It's still worth asking.
Yeah, we should. We should. Coming up, guys, we'll talk about the WNBA because, first of all, so exciting to watch. Bless you, Bell.
Bless you, Brother Bilal.
He's sneezing in there. That's right.
Better put off your
Sneezing,
date.
coughing, the whole bit.
Better put off your date. You're right about that. We'll talk a little bit about that. Also, we're going to try to figure out exactly what an aggressive scent is because it is apparently very dangerous, especially in a room.
Think polo.
Yeah.
Think the little green bottle that some of you still have from the 80s that still has stuff in it.
It still works.
And it still works. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 99.7.
Drivers in Hermitage, you got a crash. Lebanon Pike right there at Old Hickory Boulevard East. And we've got the full forecast in 5 minutes. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says there is progress in talks with Iran and Oman on reopening the Strait of Hormuz, hoping it will happen soon, he says. Meanwhile, President Trump issuing a warning that he is giving Iran, quote, one last chance to make a deal. And he's not very happy with the nation's largest oil companies. Karen Hua, the president yesterday she says the president yesterday called on companies to lower prices after they reported record profits.
Exxon and Chevron just reported blockbuster second quarter profits, thanks to oil prices surging higher during the war. Chevron alone made $12 billion, nearly 5 times what it made a year ago. Drivers are paying the price. Gas prices are now averaging $4.09 a gallon, more than $1 higher since the war began.
Now, here in Middle Tennessee, gasoline prices actually falling. Not by much, but they are down 2 cents since yesterday to $3.64 per gallon on average. And concerns are growing after reports of cyber attacks targeting water and wastewater utilities in multiple states. There were 7. Now we've learned that's been up to 12. States that have been publicly identified include Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, and Georgia. Sources say Iran is considered the prime suspect, but officials have not confirmed who's responsible. The FBI is advising utilities to disconnect systems from the internet when possible and prepare to operate manually if needed. Sharing his story, the Idaho man who confronted a gunman with a semi-automatic pistol during a mass shooting outside an In-N-Out Burger Saturday in Twin Falls, Idaho. 35-year-old Jordan Salinas telling ABC News he had one goal.
My goal was to try to help as many people get home as possible, to be with their families, to be with their friends. That was the entire goal.
Yeah, Salinas says he started training for a mass shooting after one 5 years ago at an Idaho mall. 3 people were killed last weekend, 7 others injured. Police say the suspect died at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
What if your back pain isn't just back pain? Pain shooting down your leg could be sciatic, right? Legs feel heavy, making you think, it's so hard to walk. Could be spinal stenosis. You got burning and tingling and numbness in your feet. Could be neuropathy. And if you got a slip and herniated disc, we all know the pressure of the nerves causing pain that travels down your arms and legs. The good news, and there's amazing news, you'd have to keep living with it. Thanks to our friends at the Wellness Institute in Nashville, Dr. Mitchell. Right now, 50% off. They got amazing, incredible treatments, non-surgical spinal decompression and personalized treatment plans designed to relieve the pressure on your spine, reduce pain, help you get back to doing the things you love, get your back back, as I like to say. And this month, 50% off non-surgical spinal decompression treatments. It is incredible. Bring your MRI. They're going to explain the results, and they're going to build you something that works for you and the pain that you're suffering with. Do not settle for masking the pain. Find out what really is causing it. Call the Wellness today, 615-246-5009. That's 615-246-5009 or painisbad.com. The Wellness Institute, helping Nashville move better, feel better, and live with less pain. Who do you think's going to be, if she wins? Who do you think's going to be the senator? Who's she going to appoint in her stead? In her stead.
I would be willing to gamble some money on it being Glenn Jacobs.
That's what I'm thinking, because Burchett wants it bad.
Yeah, but Burchett has already got a seat in the House, and he's been very much a
it's not the same
party guy, except when it comes to things like fiscal responsibility. He's willing to buck them on that.
Not hard.
They are not fiscally responsible at all.
I watched that. What's it the other day? What's his name? Mike Johnson. He's like, the Republican Party is about fiscal responsibility and freedom.
Wrong. You're lying. That is called a lie, sir. Shut your face.
Fiscal responsibility. None of you shut your face. Seems a little bit violent. God, that seems very violent. I'll tell you what.
Well, maybe it's just time for us to start calling it out for what it is, because they don't seem to get the picture that we understand. They're full of crap.
Your You know what would happen if I was them? I'd tell them, you better watch out, or
an aggressive scent
will get you.
Yeah, you bring your regressive scent and watch me revamp my stoke.
Oh, that happened. That'd be crazy.
Oh, I want to see I want to see every meeting of that group.
They're a phenomenal group. Tell you what,
Are they in Portland?
No. Well, this was the national convention where they all got together, and you know what? None of them flew. They all walked there because they didn't want to leave a bigger carbon footprint. I hate it when I leave a big carbon footprint. My footprint's already big enough. So they're coming to take. They're not coming, guys. You have nothing to worry about. The communists are coming. No, again, like I said, their mom's not going to let them borrow the car. They can't get here with their aggressive sense. So, by the way, Ken, people want to know: did you ever wear high karate?
What's high karate?
That was you don't remember high karate?
No.
That was like Sex Panther.
Oh, Sex Panther. No, I had polo.
You had polio?
Yeah.
You're doing well.
I had the stuff in the green bottle. And then I also had, what was it? Now I can't remember the name of it. Was it Stetson? Had a big cowboy hat on?
Stetson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. My first one was, it's everybody's first one, Drakkar in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Did you get a lot of chicks with that?
Are you kidding me, man? I was like, hey, you want to help on my handlebars?
I remember the high karate commercials from the 70s.
Yeah, the high karate commercials were awesome.
And they took that so seriously, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally looked at this like this is today's fragrance.
This is it. One day Johnny Depp will do. We should do that. We should do retro stink.
I've got some. Remember, boys. Remember, I've got this ice sport, Aqua Velva ice sport in here.
Oh, really?
Cooling aftershave.
Aftershave. See, because remember, there's cologne and then there's aftershave.
And I never quite
I want my face to smell different than the cologne I put on my body.
Yes.
I never quite understood the difference in the two, other than aftershave is meant to be used after you shave, but why is that any different than cologne?
I'm not sure.
Does one burn less?
Well, and a lot of times, cologne, you kind of you spray it all over, where you're not putting aftershave all over, if you will. So,
aftershave, you just, you put a little bit in your left hand, then you rub your right hand, and then you just put it all over your face.
And you do the hokey pokey.
And then you go out and you make out with good-looking chicks.
And you throw up the Macaulay Culkin face after you realize that your skin's on fire?
Not me, man. I'm tough.
Yeah, you are. No doubt. Who sent me this? High Karate is a vintage citrus aromatic men's fragrance launched in 67 by Pfizer's Lemming division, famous for its humorous "be careful how you use it" self-defense marketing. Because you know why? Because it was so good smelling, you had to fight the chicks off.
That's right.
As you do.
My dad gave me some black suede one time.
Oh, God. Ooh, Paco Rabanne. Rick, go deep with that. So what's black suede? I don't even remember that.
I don't know, man. My dad, he's had all kinds of shaving aftershaves and stuff like that. He gave me some of that black suede. He said, "You better get you some of that black suede, brother."
I've never I've worn black suede, but I've never sprayed it on myself.
No, me either.
I don't recall ever using it. I might have used it a time or two, but I was already married, so I wasn't out there getting chicks.
Yeah, well, that's a.
See, you were just trying to alienate your wife.
Yeah. So, as you do, kids, as you do. Look at all this obsession. You're my obsession. Oh, I saw them the other day. They were doing one of those concert things, like the one-hit wonder concerts.
Oh, yeah?
I think we know what her obsession was.
What? Where was it? Was it here?
No. Oh, speaking of here, is it is Dogstar? Is that John Wick?
Yes.
Band?
Yeah, John. Yeah, it's
they're
Keanu,
here. They're
Keanu
here.
Reeves. They're playing Ryman. Yeah,
tomorrow.
Yep.
You mean Keanu Reeves is in Nashville right now? Possibly.
Well,
possibly.
He'll definitely be here in the morning.
You know what? I would have to ask him. So Batman's in front of you, right? But he hasn't had 18 weeks to practice.
I don't think he really answers a lot of movie questions when he's on tour.
No, I think he would answer that because I think he would think it's funny because it has nothing to do with actual John Wick. John Wick could be then I would say you guys versus Jared Leto's band. Who wins that fight?
Jared Leto, because he's got Grammys and an Oscar.
No way, dude. Keanu Reeves band does.
Keanu Reeves band is harder, but man, 30 Seconds to Mars
has hits.
He's got hits. He's got hits.
Keanu Reeves could easily be in plain sight and nobody recognizes him.
Yeah.
He likes to just hang out outside like coffee shops.
He just likes being a regular person.
Yeah.
He likes pretending he's homeless.
Well, they all kind of do.
I bet she's listening to us right
now. Keanu?
Get on up here, Keanu.
One of my favorite actors of all time. I got to be honest. I love you.
Absolutely.
Nick Cage. We all know that because Nick Cage has a standing invitation every day to come on our show. He could co-host it with us.
Did you ever see The River's Edge with him?
Oh, yeah.
That movie's brilliant.
Oh, yeah. I mean.
Did you ever see Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
It was amazing. It was pretty awesome. Parenthood was my favorite when he was the race car driver.
Oh, Carlin was in the first one, wasn't he?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I miss Carlin.
Yeah, I miss Carlin too. What would he think about today's insanity?
Oh, he would be.
He would destroy Trump, and he would destroy the left for their lunacy.
Absolutely.
Both.
He would be just put the screws to both of them.
As they should be. As they should be. I'll get a lot of stuff here. We got to turn our Mandels. I got Mandel stuff. We have to build it.
We could, you know what, boys? We could do some old cologne mandel.
I've yet to see a prototype.
No, I've got because I got a whole bunch of you can order packages to build it. But you're right. I think we need to figure out how we go about. Because I have a feeling some of this stuff that we poured it on trying to be a mandel and then we lit it, it would probably blow up.
I know this Aqua Velva would.
Oh God, yeah. Is that what's in there?
Strong.
That's a pungent odor.
It smells good though.
Is that what you have in there?
Yeah, got a little bitty bottle here. I'll show it to you. See it?
Okay, I didn't.
What do you think about that?
Who was that?
This was Jerry Minshew, the best storyteller I've ever heard. That dude could take a 500-word story and put it in 4 sentences and tell you the entire story with beautiful tones, a great voice. He was awesome. He worked here for a little while.
And he also left you?
But he was old school. He would show up in a jacket and tie.
As you do. And he probably had somewhere he had a pipe.
And so he had Aqua Velvet, he had a toothpaste and toothbrush just in case.
Just in case he needed to go somewhere, be on location.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that is spectacular. That is spectacular. So now that we know that we have that in there, I got to come smell that, see what that's like.
Yeah, you want me to bring it to you right now?
Yeah, bring it over here.
All right, I'll be right there.
Let's smell this thing. I want to smell this thing. See if it smells good. Because I have...
have Ken put some on and then sniff him.
I have obsession kind of stuff. I don't know what it's called. It's like one of those ones. But I just use the body spray. I don't use, it's like because I don't like the pungent stuff.
Yeah, get you a big old whiff of that, Brother Chad.
All right, here we go. Here we go, kids. Woo, Lord. That has alcohol content.
Yeah. Like if...
well, that's what makes it burn, right?
Yeah, that's what makes it burn.
If it starts going down, we can just all take a shot. And then Brother Chad's teetotaling days are on.
Oh, God, I'm drunk on Aqua Velva. That stuff is strong, man.
You skipped over alcohol and went right to alcoholic.
It's like that stuff you put in your nose, to wake you up.
What's it called? It's I can't remember the damn name now.
I've got some of that stuff. And
the Vicks type stuff?
Yeah, where you see me do it like that and it wakes you up. It's crazy. It is crazy, kids. We're having fun here today.
That's disgusting.
It is not disgusting.
It is so gross. It's like
it's going to be with you now for the rest of the day.
Supersized soap.
It is going to be with you for the rest of the day. The rest of the day. Just know that, kids. It is going to be with you the rest of the day. Coming up, speaking of the rest of the day of fun and frivolity, it is Tuesday. We did our hot take, but you know what? We've always got to give you little words of wisdom. Our guy, old Ron's got some words of wisdom, so be prepared for that. Among other things, straight ahead, Chad Benson Show, Super Tough, 99 cents. Your data is important, right? You would think you would protect it more. I used to think I protected my data. I was wrong. No, what you need to do to protect your data is make sure you get with my friends over at Incogni. Incogni is going to help you with your data, protect it. And how do they do that? It's simple and easy. They go into all of these data brokers and they say, you need to remove this now. And they do. It would take us forever because there are hundreds and hundreds of them. They sell your data to anybody. Phone numbers, where you work, what you're going to have for dinner, what you had for dinner, the kind of medicine you take, you name it, they've got it all, and you don't want that. You want to protect yourself. My phone doesn't get a ton of spam messages or phone calls anymore. Thank you very much. They've got me all hundreds and hundreds. They can do the same for you. Take control of your data with my friends at Incogni. Right now, save 60% when you go to incogni.com. That's incogni.com/Benson. Once you set yourself up, it's like less than $7 a month. You get a dashboard. You can see all of the stuff they're doing. It is amazing. That's incogni.com/Benson, incogni.com/Benson.
Drivers, we've got a crash in Hermitage. It's Lebanon Pike at Old Hickory Boulevard East. Secretary of State Rubio gives us an update on the talks with Iran and Oman about reopening the Strait of Hormuz. These stories and more coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Tell you what, guys, we need a little inspiration. You know, Ken and I, we inspire you on Mondays, but the rest of the week, our good buddy Ron, he likes to inspire people, and he's got some words of wisdom today.
You see, you got to find your own stuff to do because everybody else is doing their stuff. And if you want to do the same stuff that they're doing and we're all doing the same stuff, then we're all just, we're not getting anything accomplished because we're all just doing the same stuff. So then the stuff getting done is the same stuff as everyone else is doing. So
I told
you got to come up with your own stuff. And then if you come up with new stuff that nobody's ever thought of doing, then you're making it better because then you're coming up with new stuff for other people to also get involved in doing stuff. So I hope that while you're wandering around this world thinking of stuff to do, I hope you come up with some cool, fun stuff. Because then you make everybody else's stuff more fun. Okay. Have a super freaking awesome day and stuff. Okay, bye.
Peace out.
You get that? You got to do other people. You don't do what everybody else is doing. Do new stuff.
Yeah.
Bell's doing new stuff. Ken's doing new stuff. I'm doing new stuff. You guys do new stuff. And then if we can all then say, look, I did this, and you could do all the new stuff that we're doing. But don't go do somebody else's stuff because that's not cool.
That's just repetitive.
That is. You don't want to do that. That sounds like work. You don't want to do work. I'll tell you that right now.
Got into this business to avoid working.
Yeah, well, and it's working.
I'd say so.
By the way, just to let you guys know, my eyes are watering and my nose hurts. Thank you very much, Ken. That stuff is pungent.
Yeah.
It's gross.
What is it called?
That is, this is Aqua Velva Ice Sport Cooling Aftershave.
Nice.
Ice Sport. You'll enjoy the burn.
And here's the deal about this is in small letters underneath aftershave, it says now vitamin enriched.
Oh, well, of course it is. And it smelled like it.
Yeah, it's got vitamins in it.
Whew. Well, I know how we could stop that stuff with the old parasite. That stuff could remove paint. Oh, that's not very nice, Chad.
Use it as a suppository.
That's how we got into this mess with all this silly stuff. I'll tell you what, my friends, I'll tell you what. Hey, by the way, we're going to be out 2 days from now. That is a Thursday. All right? Matt's going to be out there kicking it off with Ken live at Hop Springs. So you can come on out. We're going to be out there from 3 till 10, right, Bell? Because Bell went and checked to make sure. What time are we going to be out there till 10 o'clock.
What time are you getting there?
Well, I'm off at 3, so I'm probably going to bounce.
Be right there. Be there right at 7.
How long of a drive do you think that is? That time of night?
At 3 o'clock, it could take you at least 40 minutes.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more. You might be looking at an hour.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So, I mean, I figure I'll go home and here's my question. What are you wearing, Ken? Are you going to wear shorts?
You betcha I am.
All right, good. Me too. I'm going to wear shorts. I can't.
With your jacket and tie?
Yeah. It was my jacket and tie. That's exactly it. So if you guys want to come out, hang out, we're going to be out there all day. Dan's going to be there. Of course, it's Hug Dan Thursday. I'm going to be there. Matt's going to be there. Chris Hand's going to be there. The Hand Man. And, of course, Matt doing his show live. And Ken right there. And the RSVP at 997WTN.com. Get yourself out there. Come break bread with us. And we're hearing they're having trucks of food.
Food trucks.
Food trucks. Just going to drop off stuff. It's going to be a rando. So.
And we might be wearing smell good.
Oh, we are totally wearing that. I'm gonna give myself.
You might be wearing smell, but it ain't going to be good.
You know what? Enough with your lip, sir.
That stuff stinks.
Yeah. Tell you what,
that's old school stuff.
That is old school. You know why? You don't have the fortitude of a man to wear something like that. That's why. That's what it should be called. Fortitude of a man.
Somebody got to impugn my masculinity.
Coming up. Hour number 3, talk a little bit more governor's race. We got a lot of other stuff to get to today we haven't gotten to, but we will get to it or we'll try. That's probably the best we can say we're going to do. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 997.
2 o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Drivers just had a crash pop up here in Robertson County. It says it's got multiple vehicles involved. Looks like the southbound right shoulder is blocked. 65 southbound right there near the Portland Cross Plains exit. Secretary of State Rubio says there has been progress in talks with Iran and Oman about reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Meanwhile, President Trump's demanding the nation's major oil companies lower prices after they reported record profits. ABC's Karen Hua reports from Washington.
As President Trump issues another ultimatum to Iran, he's also picking a fight with America's biggest oil companies.
They're making too much money. I don't like it.
Exxon and Chevron just reported blockbuster second quarter profits, thanks to oil prices surging higher during the war.
They're going to give some of that back to the public.
An industry trade group is firing back, insisting those higher prices are driven by global supply and uncertainty around the Strait of Hormuz, and not by any one company.
Well, the cyclosporiasis outbreak claiming 2 lives, both fatalities happening in Michigan. Dr. Joel Kmeyer, the division chief of infectious disease at Wayne State University and the Detroit Medical Center, tried to calm concerns, saying death is rare and the disease, while very serious, is actually treatable.
For a hospitalized patient that's been struggling with medical illnesses for several years, if you add cyclosporiasis as the 5th or 6th problem on their list, it stands to reason that there are some patients that might not be able to withstand the dehydration that can come with severe cyclosporiasis.
Now, both patients reportedly had underlying health conditions. And with the nation's student debt load approaching $2 trillion, a federal appeals court's offering relief to at least some of the borrowers. ABC's Jim Ryan says the Education Department's been ordered to write off $11 billion in student loans.
The ruling is the result of a class action lawsuit filed in 2019 by students or former students who said the for-profit schools they attended had lured them into enrolling by offering unrealistic promises of their earning potential upon graduation. Now the loans the plaintiffs took out to attend might be forgiven.
J.P. Morgan Chase says it's going to invest $750 billion through 2035 to help increase the nation's housing supply and expand homeownership opportunities. The bank plans to finance 1 million affordable housing units and help 500,000 people buy homes, including 200,000 first-time buyers. And U.S. job openings slipping in June, falling to 7.3 million from 7.5 million in May. Despite the decline, the labor market continues to show resilience, even after higher energy prices tied to the conflict in Iran. Layoffs were essentially unchanged, while more workers voluntarily left jobs, a sign of confidence in finding new work. Economists expect Friday's jobs report to show hiring picked up in July. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Andy Ogles. That race is that too close to call? Is that what they're saying? No, it's not money-wise. He was complaining the other day that some big PAC run by a crypto guy has thrown a ton of money to defeat him and supporting his challenger, Charlie Hatcher, the Hatchman.
So he's foregone PAC money?
Oh, no. Nobody's giving him any money.
Oh, he's got some PACs that are helping him out.
Who?
I can't.
Ogles?
Yeah, there was
He can't raise any. He has nothing.
Really?
No. I think money-wise, I don't think he has a ton of money on hand. So, I mean, look.
That's okay. Let him worry about our finances as a country, though.
Yeah. One of the things he said, he goes, he did. He when asked about this, he goes, this is what happens, they're coming after us because of our, this is what happens when they're scared of fiscal responsibility or something like that. Come on.
If you're a Republican and you use the words fiscal responsibility, there are about 4 of you that have the right to say that. The rest of you need to shut up.
Shush. Yeah. And you got rid of one of them. Made sure he was gone.
Yeah, because he wouldn't sign on to the stupidity.
Yeah. God, it's just, I remember as a kid growing up, it's like fiscal responsibility. This is what it's all about. Right?
We're going to take care of the debt and the deficit.
Small government. Fiscal responsibility. Where? I mean, every time you turn around, this administration is asking for more and more money.
Pardon me while I use your tax dollars to buy some boats.
Or blow some boats up.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
We blew up a lot of boats. Right? And then, of course, today you got we'll see. Again, on Thursday, I think Marsha's probably going to win. I think it's going to be close. Here's the thing. She's going to win with a plurality. She may get 45% of the vote and win. The other 2 split. But and then you got to say to yourself, and again, we don't know if Jerry Green's going to be it, but we're assuming here. We've done some of that stuff before, the assumption side of stuff, because this is what we do, prognosticate, that she is going to be in a position where she's going to take Jerry Green on and just think, well, because you got a D by your name. People, I'm here to tell you, a lot of you guys have talked about this. Make her work for it.
Make them all work for it.
Well, make them all work for it, but for her, make her work for it. Don't just go, well, she's a Republican, so I'm going to give her a vote. It's the same thing on the left. Well, she's on the left, so I'm just going to give her no, make them work for it. I've always said this, always will. Never fall in love with a politician. At best, fall in like.
And Matt has a saying that no politician is going to give you better access to them than when they want your vote.
That's it. Totally.
So get these people to respond and tell you what they plan on doing, and then keep track of how many lies you were told.
Yeah. And the difference between lies and broken because you got to be honest with yourself going, well, they're not going to get everything done because we have mechanisms in place at the state level all the way up, to the federal level where you can't get everything done. There's give, there's take. You have to be reasonable. But the outright lies that you're told.
I was credibly told by both Andy and Marsha that they're going to get stuff done solo.
Well, first of all, they're getting rid of the Chinese. We know that.
Yeah, it's only her that needs to do it, right?
Yeah, and she's going to deport people even though she can't.
Right.
Because she's going to make herself a special federal agent. And cell phones? I know that kids can't have cell phones in classes. You guys pass that law? We're going to double pass it. We're going to put a hat on a hat.
We got to make it more illegal.
Yeah, so we will see. By the way,
if I was Scott Sapicki, I would probably feel insulted by Marsha coming in and using that as one of her planks in her platform, because he put a lot of work into getting that bill passed that get cell phones out of the classroom for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, telling you, when I listen to them, this is what I hear. Donald Trump thinks I'm beans. What's my favorite one? Donald Trump says strength, Marsha's strength. Like, well, how much can she bench? I don't know, right? What can you squat, ma'am? But I hear you talking about stuff like they're going to keep boys out of girls' restrooms. You know what people care about? Affordability. Even Monty said, everywhere he goes, what do people want to talk about? Affordability.
If somebody's going to give me free money and I have to go into a women's bathroom to get it, I'm going in the women's bathroom.
He might go in the women's bathroom anyways.
Can't stop me.
Don't stop Bell now. Don't stop him. But affordability. Like you said, Ken, we were talking about it with, was it Hatcher?
Charlie Hatcher.
Affordability.
Everyone he talked to, that was number one issue.
What are you going to do about the thing that's less than 1/10 of 1% with trans kids playing girls' sports? No, people are going, hey, life's getting way more expensive and it's getting away from us, and I don't know how many jobs I have to be able to keep a roof over my head. What can you do to maybe ease some of that burden? Cut back on some of these crazy what can you do? There's only so much they can do. But, we get so concerned over nothing but the cultural wars because they're what the algorithms enjoy. Algorithms don't enjoy a good conversation about, being able to talk about tax ramifications. They care about what gets people pissed and angry. You guys want to talk about affordability? Listen to this lady. Now, I'm going to preface this. Her and her husband do okay, but it's expensive life. And when you want to hear how expensive it is, she did the math when it comes to her kids in daycare.
We spent $136,000 on daycare tuition for my daughter.
$136,000. That's over years. $136,000.
I'm a 34-year-old mom of two. I have a 5-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old son, and both of my kids have been in full-time daycare since they were 16 weeks old because my husband and I both work full-time. My daughter is heading to kindergarten in August, so we just paid her last tuition bill ever for daycare. And I decided to look back over the last 5+ years and see how much we spent. And we spent a total of $136,435, which averages to about $2,200 per month for the last 5 years.
That is expensive. That's everywhere. Think about the fact that you send your kid to a really good in-state school and not spend that much. What is this kid learning? Well, hopefully they're not going to die and you get them back at the end of the day.
The most we ever paid on a monthly basis for her tuition was $2,545 a month. And that was back when she was an infant, which makes sense because they're so hands-on at that point. There's bottles, there's diapers, there's very few kids per teacher. Theoretically, her monthly tuition should have decreased as she got older because they move up classrooms. They're much less hands-on, so you can have more kids per teacher. But we've been averaging about a 5% tuition increase per year. So we have been paying an average of $2,200 per month every month for the last 62 months.
And some of you are like, that's expensive. No, not for a lot of good places. It's not. I mean, it's not like think about it. Even if you got 2 kids in daycare and you spend $300 a week on both kids on average, right? That's not absorbent. So $300, that's, on each. So that's $600. Over what, a 48-week period, even 50, depending on how much time you have off? That adds up over time. And that's why affordability is the number one thing. Go look. It's affordability.
That comes out to about $26,400 per year for daycare tuition. And as a reminder, at the beginning of the video, I said I have 2 kids. So for the last 3 years, when my youngest started daycare, we've been spending on average $53,000 per year on daycare tuition for both of our kids. The average median salary for a woman in the U.S. is $56,600 per year. So it's no wonder that 42% of women who voluntarily left the workforce in 2025 cited caregiving or childcare costs as the main reason for their departure.
And Ken, did your wife stay home because it just wasn't worth it, right?
Yep. She just stayed home because, the cost of childcare, we'd have just been spinning our wheels anyway.
Yeah.
And plus, she didn't trust anybody.
No. She probably didn't even trust you.
No, she didn't.
But that's so ridiculously expensive. I mean, and I was thinking to myself, and I cut it down. I mean, again, they both can work, but each of them stayed home for 16 weeks with their kids. So 4 months with their kids. But they had to get back to work. And, you you like you said, you want to trust someone. Some people, like, they don't care. Look, just return them to me later. But I remember when Jack was in preschool, it was a mint. It was. But, you know, I mean, it's getting more and more expensive. That's the number one thing that people care about is affordability, right? Across the board. If you're on a fixed income, do you care about affordability? Unless your fixed income's $1 million a month, you probably a little bit. You care about the cost of life. Everything that goes up, inflation, you know, the dollar getting, you know, your dollar not going as far. I mean, all of that stuff adds up. So, affordability. Stay at home and watch your kids. Yes, some people don't have the chance to stay at home and watch their kids. You don't think a lot of people like that?
They got to work. Some of them got to work 2 jobs.
Yeah. You know, the Government Accountability Office came out with how nobody's keeping up with, you know, inflation and cost. A vast majority of jobs are being filled right now. A lot of them are people who need a second job to make ends meet. That's why, you want to know why the DSA has any kind of rise in any of this stuff? Is because people are frustrated. They're angry. They're looking around going, yeah, okay, great. You know, I mean, look, we can sit here and gripe, oh, the younger generation doesn't understand it. The younger generation, even making above the medium, can't even afford a house.
Right.
They can't even qualify for a house.
A lot of them are working 2 jobs.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people, well, they give, you know, because let me tell you what happens in the world of outrage culture. If I want to get you outraged, I can get any of you guys outraged in 10 seconds. I've got an arsenal full of stuff that would anger you.
You mean you talking about men and women's bathrooms?
Men and women's bathrooms.
Or no, boys and girls bathrooms?
Yeah, MAGA. I got stuff that'll anger you with anything we could. I mean, I got stuff that would because it's easy to do, and then you think automatically everybody's like that. But you know this, Ken. You got millennials and Gen, you know, Gen Z.
Yep.
Do they sit around all day and do nothing?
No. No, my Gen Zers are working.
Yeah.
I mean, working hard, going to school. One of them's going to school and working.
Yes.
The other one's getting ready to be going to school and working. And just paid $700 to service his car.
What did he get done? Is he a race car driver?
Get brakes, brake fluid exchange, and oil change.
He's driving a Porsche.
Yeah. What is that about?
Stole Daddy's car.
Yeah.
That's why we can't have a tuna boat.
I was getting ready to
that's
say.
why Ken's in an Elantra, is because his son took his Porsche.
Yeah, I've really got a Porsche at home. I just don't ever drive it because I'm afraid somebody's going to crash into me.
And you can always tell, see, here's the perfect of the outrage thing. You start getting well, when I was younger, we all wore the same clothes. Okay. We walked uphill both ways. As if the younger generation doesn't work, doesn't do anything. Are there some of those? There was slackers when I was a kid.
You bet. Yeah, there are slackers out there. There are people taking advantage of the system, but there are a lot of them out there that are trying to do the right thing.
Yeah. And the affordability thing is getting away from them. And so they're adjusting. They're not having kids. You know, and it's funny because everybody's like, well, I wouldn't do the things that they did because, you know, I want to make sure that I would just make coffee at home. I wouldn't even have coffee. You know what I do? I do what Dave Ramsey say, and I just drink water and have a piece of bread a week.
Well, he allows you to have rice and beans.
Yeah, and you're like, why aren't the younger generation having kids? I don't know, because they don't want to live with their mom and dad while they're married.
No, my daughter, she got her fill of that.
Yeah. See, so, I mean, there's all of that stuff. It adds up. Affordability is number one.
Well, if you don't have kids, though, I mean, who ends up doing all the chores around the house and doing stuff like mowing the lawn and trimming the hedges? I mean, isn't that why you have kids?
Yeah, that's why I moved to a townhome community.
Oh.
I used to think, when I was younger, I used to think my dad only had me so I could change the channel.
That's exactly what I thought.
Get him a beer and change the channel. That's the only reason you had me.
And maybe occasionally he's like, go get the mail.
Never go get the mail. Don't get the mail. There's probably stuff in there. People want money from us. Yeah, bills. Yeah, no. Just get me a beer, change the channel. And, oh, by the way, fix the rabbit ears, right? Get that channel in. Hit the side like Fonzie. There you go.
I love rabbit ears. I still watch antenna TV.
You have antenna TV?
I've got antennas.
No.
And there's some channels on antenna TV that I really like. Like whenever on Saturday nights, that Sven Gulli fella.
Oh yeah, that fella. He's fun.
If you're an actual broadcaster in television, you still have to put out a regular signal.
Yeah.
That could be picked up.
Yeah,
Right.
that's part of the deal. That's part of the deal. That's it's a small part of the deal anymore.
Ooh, and Brother Chad, there's one channel, man. It's all Westerns, dude.
What is that?
Yeah, it's called West. And it is all Westerns.
Oh, that sounds
And then Grit TV, too.
Oh, I
It's
love
all
Grit
Westerns.
TV. I got Grit TV. Grit TV. Oh, here comes the angry things. Get a flip phone. No streaming. Read a book. It's doable. Not if you think you deserve everything. Of little touchy there, huh? So wait, so you don't walk to work. Get rid of everything. Eat dirt. It's doable. Oh, coming up, a little Hot Take Tuesday on this beautiful Tuesday. Chad Benzo, Super Talk 99.7. Bulwark Capital would love to talk to you about giving you a free Know Your Risk portfolio review today. Absolutely free for you. You can sign up at knowyourriskpodcast.com. They'll walk you through what it is they do. First and foremost, it's about risk management. Lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility. Secondly, what out there that people are looking at that advisors are missing because they're following the shiny thing like AI with the build out as expensive it is. Could that thing pop at any time? The geopolitical ramifications, not just on oil, but also around the globe when you think like the yen, which many people aren't paying attention to. We had to help out yesterday. What does that mean for us here, potentially, the bond market and everything else? Get a free Know Your Risk portfolio review today, whether it's for your investment, your retirement. My friends at Bulwark would love to talk to you. No pressure whatsoever. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com and sign up for that today. Knowyourriskpodcast.com.
Drivers, we got stuff in the way. A crash on the right shoulder, but it's backing up 65 northbound at White House. It's just past Bethel Road. Then over here on the South Loop, the on-ramp partially blocked. 40 westbound on-ramp from 2nd Avenue. And stocks hit record highs today. We'll tell you about that coming up at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Oh, baby. Got some of your text messages coming. Man, I didn't even talk. I just talked about affordability, how angry some people got. You sound like an entitled millennial. I'm a Gen Xer, baby.
I have a question, a little off the subject, but why do you think that Peter Graves and James Arness never guest starred on each other's shows?
That is interesting for those who don't know.
Sibling rivalry.
Yeah, those big, giant, huge Scandinavians from Minnesota.
Yeah, what were they? Like both 6'9"?
Peter did direct an episode, but he
never started. No, he's never. I don't think he ever
in front of the camera.
No, that is interesting. That's a very interesting thing. I like that.
That's the way to go, Brother Bellet.
Look at Bell right there, man. That was not so much a hot take, but a hot observation. Hot take, hot take, hot take Tuesday. Oh, baby, hot take Tuesday indeed, my good friend Bell. You lead the way.
Age is just a number.
You might hear Bell floating around on Cloud 8. Not quite on Cloud 9.
Let's not get out of the hand here.
Cloud 6. Here we go.
6, yes.
Good name for a band. Because maybe he got himself a digit today or two. Yeah. Did you get the follow?
The follow?
That's what the kids say.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you got to get the follow so you can DM them.
I'll get that. I just texted her.
It's not
and
the
she
same,
texted
man.
me back.
It's not this. Oh, this seems like it could be real.
He called her at work and left a message.
I faxed her over something.
Actually, there was one girlfriend I had that she was working as a waitress at a strip club, and I called and left her a message, and we ended up going out, and she was with me for like 2.5 years.
Whoa.
Way to go, Brother Bell.
Look at Bell. Look at you, brother. Look at you.
Left a message at work.
At the strip club.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Look at you. What's yours, Ken? What you got for us today?
Well, as you know, Monday is everyone's favorite day. They're just too shy to admit it. Because nothing says happiness quite like an alarm clock reminding you at 5:30 in the morning your freedom was temporary.
Yes.
Time to get back to work. I can't wait.
You need therapy.
Yeah. I agree 100%, man. That's just so true.
Mondays do come fast.
They do.
But that's okay.
Yeah. It feels like it's weird because you have Friday night, you're like, oh, I can breathe a little bit. Then I got Saturday. By Saturday night, now it's all of a sudden Sunday. And then Sunday, it's just like, oh, tomorrow at this time, I'm going to be at work.
Ken goes into his nice little office area, starts sitting down about noon on Sunday.
Well, he's got to practice.
Starts writing copy.
Yeah. I start making up stories.
It's okay. It's the world we live in. They may be true at one point in time, so just keep making stuff up. For me, it's a 4-way stop sign. You pull up to it. You know what it is now? It's a free-for-all. Whoever feels like they need to go, you're going to go. The best thing I can do for all of you is to tell you, take a deep breath and just let it happen. All right? Because it's going to. Because everybody believes they've got the right of way.
Yeah.
Even if they were the last person there.
Nothing else matters but me.
Yeah. I let people go today that I'm because I don't care, right? I'm like, whatever. I mean, but this one guy in a truck, like one of those Toyota trucks, those Raptor thingies, he was going. He never even slowed down, right? It was a suggestion to him. And then the other two people who I was also in front of, they decided to go as well. So there you go, kids. The 4-way stop sign is a lot more confusing than people realize. Coming up.
More confusing than the roundabout.
Oh, nothing's more confusing than the roundabout. Somebody's going to get stuck there. Look, kids, Big Band Parliament. Look, kids, butt. Another butt. Look, kids, another butt, another butt. Look, kids, there's Ken. He's going to drive us into the butt. Coming up, we'll talk a little bit of the culture wars because that's always fun. And we got some of your text messages because, like I said, a lot of people are easy to anger when affordability. That's all you got to say. People lose their mind over that. The generational battle is here. And, man, it is crazy how it is. All you have to do is mention something. It's like, oh, well, those kids are stupid. And then the other people, okay, boomer. And we're in the middle, us Gen Xers going, really? This is what we got to deal with? This right here? Chad Benso, Super Talk 98.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories, and here it is, not even rush hour, and we've got a crash in Madison that is blocking the right 3 lanes of 65 southbound right before Old Hickory Boulevard. Then on the South Loop, 40 westbound on-ramp from 2nd Avenue, and in White House, a crash right shoulder block 65 northbound past Bethel Road. Full forecast in 5 minutes. Well, the S&P 500 and Dow climbed to record highs today, driven by strong earnings from companies tied to AI growth and reported signs of progress in the Middle East. Lower oil prices added to the positive mood on Wall Street. Yeah, Secretary of State Marco Rubio says there's been some headway in discussions with Iran and Oman in terms of getting more ships through the Strait of Hormuz.
Suffice it to say there's been progress made in those talks, but not finality yet. We're hoping that will happen very shortly.
Now, President Trump demanding the nation's major oil companies lower prices after they reported record profits.
But they made too much money. Too much money. Chevron, too much money. ExxonMobil, too much money.
An industry trade group firing back, insisting those higher prices are driven by global supply and uncertainty around the Strait of Hormuz and not by any one company. The number of states reporting cyber incidents at water utilities is growing. Federal authorities investigating possible cyber attacks targeting water and wastewater utilities in at least 12 states now. Sources telling ABC News Iran is the leading suspect, though no official attribution has been made. States that have been publicly identified include Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, and Georgia. Officials say there have been no widespread disruptions to drinking water or wastewater treatment services. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Relief Factor works from the inside out. No masking the aches and pains when it comes to inflammation. A lot of times people will take things, right? So they take something. What it does is it makes it so it doesn't hurt at that moment. It doesn't actually fix the underlying problem. The underlying problem is inflammation. In most cases, it's inflammation. Okay? And you got issues with your aches and pains, your joints and muscles. That's why Relief Factor works. Naturally formulated. It doesn't mask the pain. It works from the inside out to actually go and attack the issue, which is that inflammation. Some of it's caused just as we get older. Some of it's caused, well, quite frankly, our diet's not great, and that also causes inflammation. This works to combat that. So if you're sick and tired of being in pain, the everyday aches and pains of just modern day life, let Relief Factor help you get out there moving and living life the way you want to again. Try Relief Factor now, 3-week quick start, $17.76. You can get it by going to relieffactor.com. Relieffactor.com. Or call 800 the number 4 relief. That's 800 4 relief for Relief Factor. All right, guys. Beacon Capital, want you to call them today. Talk to them about taxes. You're like, what? You know, as we're in this time when we're spending a lot more, as we've been talking about, than we have, what do you think is going to happen? Taxes. At some point in time, the government spending deficits and debt continue to grow. Investors are going to be looking around going, what are we going to do here? Taxes, they're probably going to go higher. That's why Beacon's here to help you. Call 615-488-9303. Sit down and talk to them. And the reason is simple. Retirees, pre-retirees, you've got to figure out what your tax strategy is going to be. And they're going to help you create a better tax efficiency, plan throughout your retirement, because that's what you're going to need, right? Because the uncertainty is coming. The reality is it's not just about how much you save, it's about how much you get to keep. So call Beacon today. They're going to show you what their elevated strategies are aimed at reducing the impacts of the taxes, especially if they go up on your retirement income. 615-488-9303, 615-488-9303, or askbeaconnow.com for Beacon Capital Management. All right, kids. Thursday. It's a couple days from now. We're going to be out there live, broadcasting live in 3D Technicolor. What kinds of good stuff's going to be out there? Because it is Tennessee primary election live with us. Dan Mandis, Chris Hand, myself, Matt Murphy. Of course, Ken Jackson's going to be out there. Bell, everybody's going to be out there. So get yourself out there. Murfreesboro, Hop Springs, starting at 3 p.m. Hop, don't you even pretend, Bell. I will slap the white out of you.
That's a tall order.
Well, that's what?
That's a tall order.
I know. So get yourself out. Hop Springs, come enjoy us. Come break bread with us. Yell at me if you'd like to. Those kind of things. Because it's always fun to do. So Ken's going to be there. We got food trucks is what we're hearing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think they've done food trucks every time we've been down there.
Yeah. Taylor Farms, they're not providing a food truck, are they?
Hope not.
Okay. Just want to make sure. We just want to make sure because we definitely want that happening.
If the food truck has lettuce, just take a pass.
Let us throw that away for you. Is what I would say.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. By the way, again, the affordability thing. Okay, we get it. When you were younger, you had to work 12 jobs. You built your house. You whittled your house. Chad, when I was younger, we had to teach ourselves math, how to read. I whittled a house. Did you know that? I had to whittle the house all by myself. My parents wouldn't even help me because my parents hated me. In fact, I was born by myself. We get it. All right, we get it.
And it was snowing.
That's how much your parents disliked you.
Yeah.
They left you alone to be born by yourself.
That's it. Everybody acts like they're a great white shark. My mom had me and just swam away.
Ejection, rejection.
That's it. It's the way it was in my day. All of you. I grew up in the Dust Bowl. How old are you? And then another person hit us. You're so gloomy. And I said, first of all, we're laughing all day. Okay? And you didn't like the fact that I talked about affordability, which, by the way, I didn't bring up. That lady brought up how expensive it is for her. And several of you who are younger, by the way, said, yeah, my wife and I each work 2 jobs, and we don't have kids, and we're not going to have kids. The other one said, this is why we have dogs. And then what happens? You've got one side going, we need to promote the family. We need to get young people. You know why we need that? Because we're running out of young people who are going to support society in the future. Well, until the robots take over. They're coming, guys. Oh, they're coming. We're going to need them because who's going to take care of the old people?
If affordability isn't something you concern yourself with, that means you're rich beyond the need to care.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's no big deal to you, if it's no big deal, Chad, you talk about it every day. Yeah. Well,
because it's currently an issue with almost everyone.
Yeah. And here's the thing. You're gloomy. First of all, I'm just talking about what's going on in the world. Secondly, I think this is really important. I bet you 4 years ago when Biden was president and things were sad, you guys weren't going, you guys are not being nice to the administration. Do you think that was happening? Bell, you were here. Was it all like, Biden can do better? We know. You just got to give him a chance.
No, we were pretty much slamming the idiot.
Yeah, because he deserved it.
Well, I don't know if he necessarily deserved it because you don't. I mean, the guy at his age is almost developed a sense of retardation. There, I said it.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, look, you can't blame, first of all, you can't blame everything on Biden. Just like you can't blame everything on Trump. There is a, by the way, go look, everybody's like, well, his inflation at top was 9%. That is true. What he left, his inflation was not. It was like 2.4%. 2.5. But we only remember the bad part.
Yeah, but how easy is it to trust somebody who can't simply turn around and walk off a stage without somebody coming up to help them?
You should never have trusted him. But they should never have trusted him. Shouldn't trust any president. Definitely don't trust the oil companies who are taking advantage of stuff. That is weird, right?
They're making too much money.
That is weird. You're like supposed to be all about capitalism, and you're out there going, you should give some of that money back. That sounds socially to me.
I wonder how he would react if somebody said, well, Trump is a company. They made too much money. We need to be throwing some of that back.
Well, remember, that's what the Biden administration was saying.
Yeah.
That the oil companies are making too much money.
Yeah. And what happened? Everybody goes, well, that's
communism.
That's communism. Look at that. That's communism. And then Trump's like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, no. I mean, they're making money because there's a war. Did Chevron start the war? Did they? I don't know, because they've started a few.
Oil companies love them some more.
They do love them some more. Okay, here's something positive. Everybody's like, you're not positive. It's a great day. Mondays are awesome. It's sunny. I don't know what anybody wants me to say.
I didn't want you to say anything about Monday.
Awesome. They are.
They are. Aren't you listening, Bell? For God's sake, we got a song about it. For God's sake,
I can't wait till the next one.
Yeah,
you can have a song about anything you want. It doesn't make it true.
That's not true.
That's not very true, Brother Bilal.
If there's song being sung.
When Styx was singing Mr. Roboto, I'm pretty sure Mr. Roboto didn't even exist.
He does now.
He doesn't.
I bet you he does.
There's
by the way,
millions of Mr. Robotos.
Yeah. Speaking of that, speaking of that, I want to see that movie Soulmate.
Who's in that?
So this is a new movie that came out on the 1st. It's on Amazon, but it is think of an older version of Megan.
Interesting.
Right? This guy's wife dies.
Oh, I have seen that.
Who's in it?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
Because I think I've seen the thumbnail for that, but I don't know if I've even bothered.
No, you should. It's really good. It is. It looks really good. I'm going to rent that tonight. Last night I rented Supergirl. It was actually way better than I thought it was going to be.
Wasn't too woke?
No, it wasn't woke at all.
Wow.
I was looking for the woke. I was like, okay, where's the woke? And I'm like, there's no woke. There's always been a Supergirl. Before there was woke, there was Supergirl.
Yeah. Supergirl's been around since, I want to say, I think she debuted in 52.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to say, she's got a bit of a drinking problem.
Oh, she's full-blown alcoholic.
I just want to let you guys know, she has a bit, she's got a bit of a drinking problem. There.
Can you imagine having to travel that far just to get drunk?
Just to get drunk. She's got to go to, was it a red planet?
Yes, a planet with a red sun.
Yeah.
Because she gets her powers from a yellow sun.
Yeah, but there's no wokeness in it. I don't know where they got that. There was no wokeness, but it was, she likes to beat people up and kill people.
I'm pretty sure they didn't gender swap anybody.
There's no wokeness.
I don't understand. I never knew or got what the wokeness was supposed to be about.
There's a woman kicking people's asses.
So
everybody knows no woman can kick people's asses.
My mother could.
Well, she's a different kind of woman. So
she's an alien.
Yeah, she was an alien. So, but she is, and I will say, Lobo was awesome.
How
he's in it a fair amount. He's in it a fair amount. Yeah, he is. Now, I want more of him. Like, it's, you wonder, like we always talk about with Tom Cruise in Tropical Thunder, would there be too much Tom Cruise if it was just a movie?
Yeah, because when I got done with Tropic Thunder, I was like, that guy needs his own movie.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, maybe I'm so into him because they left me wanting more.
Yeah, no, I think you could see why they're going to spin it off. and give him his own thing. But he is, he's funny. It's good. The movie's good. I mean, there's no, I don't know when people say there's wokeness. I'm like, okay, I want to see what the wokeness is in the movie. If, is it good? And I watched it and I was like, there's no wokeness in this. I mean, she's an alien. She's been around forever. It's not like Superman is now Supergirl.
Right. It's not like she used to be Superman and he was like, oh, I feel like a woman. I'm going to start wearing a skirt.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. And she fights and like half the aliens are creatures you don't even know what the hell they are. So I don't know if you replace that creature with another creature that makes it woke. Because this one has 9 tentacles and that one only had 4. So, no, it was fun though. It was fun. I wanted more from the dog.
The dog annoyed me. Just from the clips I've seen. Because he wasn't like that in the comic book.
What was he like?
Much more obedient. When Superboy told him to do something, he did it.
Well, this is, because remember, he's still a puppy.
Yeah, but he was a puppy when Clark got him. Did you know that she actually had a super horse?
Are you serious?
Yes.
A super horse?
And a super monkey. DC went off the deep end when it came to those pets in the late 50s.
Wow, we're missing out. No, there was none of that. There was definitely none of that. It was a lot of fun though. There was a lot you know what? And she and he kill. So, you know what I noticed though? Not a lot of blood.
Well, I'm sure James Gunn is it James Gunn?
Yeah.
Yeah, James Gunn had a mandate to keep it PG.
Yeah. So there wasn't a lot. I mean, but there's killings. I mean, you see people, but there's not a lot of blood.
It's like with Star Wars. There's killings all through that movie. You never see any blood.
No. Yeah.
The worst thing you see in the entire series is Anakin getting burned, and that turned out to be PG-13.
I watched a trailer today for Violent Night 2. Remember when Santa Claus has to save the day with
Is that the one that the guy from Stranger Things is in? Okay.
He's in this one, so it stars him, and he is he's on the naughty list because he's lost his Christmas spirit because he's so grumpy.
I thought he was Santa Claus.
Yeah, but he lost his Christmas spirit, so he lost all of his powers, and now he works at a mall.
So who's Santa Claus now?
I don't know, but what they keep saying, he keeps saying, he's telling the kids, they're like, so you're Santa Claus, why aren't you Santa Claus? He goes, well, I don't know, maybe I killed too many people last year. But it looks great. And it looks better than the first one. Way better than the first one. All right, coming up, we're going to wrap it up with Matt, who is here somewhere, I am sure. And again, Thursday, we're all going to be together, and it's Hug a Dan Day. So always remember that. Hug a Dan. Every time you hug a Dan, an angel gets its wings. Chad Benso, Super Talk 997. I see Matt. He's wandering around out there. Little welcome mat for us.
What's he wearing today?
He's got a green shirt on. Kind of a light green, almost a little bit limey.
Well, at least he's clothed.
At least he's... Here he comes running in, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's a blue shirt. It's hard to tell with the strobe lights in here. All day. We've taken him up and down. They're going to start shaking. Oh, look at you, too. Now, he's got a shirt that would definitely be high karate. Right. Definitely high karate.
Matt's a fashion monger.
He is. He's got little snap-ons. I like that.
Made with real bits of panther, so you know it's good.
It's rather pungent.
It's a formidable scent. I gotta be honest with you. That smells like pure gasoline.
Whoa, it smells like a burnt diaper after somebody's had curry.
Smells like Bigfoot's.
Oh, good times.
Hello.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I don't know. You're right. They did start blinking again.
Yeah, we're not quite sure what's going on in here.
What's happening? Tell me what I need to talk about today. I'm woefully unprepared.
They're thinking we should put guardrails in on Broadway. They want to do bumper pool, or bumper bowling.
I think that we should have a serious conversation about annual testing for drivers over a certain age.
Yes, you should do that. Let the older people listening get yelled at you today, because they've been yelling at me all day because I talked about affordability that had nothing to do with me, but what somebody pays for a daycare.
When has, I was reading a story about this morning. When has life been better?
1985.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
86.
84.
So y'all think life was better in 84, 85, 86, mid-80s?
Better or easier?
No, better.
Well, I mean, I think you could...
Or easier. I mean...
Well, it depends. Well, I mean, we're talking about from like a kid generation. We're all looking back at our time because we enjoyed being a kid, riding our bikes, not have to worry about stuff. I think we live in the best time in human history as far as technology and all this kind of stuff. You know, you can look back in the 50s and say, well, okay, we were the only nation still standing after 2 world wars. Our expansion was huge. It was a good time then, but I wasn't alive in the 50s, so I wouldn't know.
For everybody.
No, not for everybody, but as far as affordability.
I mean, not for Jewish people or gay people or black people or whatever.
No, but I'm talking about affordability side. I was just talking about the affordability side of stuff.
Yeah, but see, now people don't want a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house.
No, they don't. We also don't build those.
No, we don't. And I was talking about this the other day, that where those exist are unfortunately in the most expensive areas of any given state, and that would be in the major metropolitan areas, like in our case, Nashville. So where you find, so they don't build these small, houses in the suburbs. They exist in Nashville, but Nashville's the most expensive component to all of this. So the younger generation can't buy those houses because those houses are jacked up and as expensive as the big, 4-bedroom, 3-bath houses that you can get in the burbs.
Yeah, yeah.
So what is the answer? Well, I don't think government subsidized housing is the answer.
No,
I don't think government I asked somebody this question last night. Because I saw the conversation about affordability, everything's 30%. I was like, well, what do you want the government to do about it? Because I promise you, the government's going to make it worse.
Oh yeah,
without a doubt,
absolutely. No, they're going to make it worse.
The government partially caused this problem, and I think the government is going to insist that they get us out of it, which is just going to make it worse. I believe in the free markets with guardrails. I believe that if you get the government out of the way, stop having government dumping trillions of dollars of fake money into the economy on an annual basis. I think if you believe in competition, then put the regulations in place.
But regulations to a certain extent. You can't regulate to the point where it's like,
that's fair.
It's like regulations on top of it. If you go in some states, we could talk about all this stuff on the federal level, but the reality is states are going to still handle all their own regulations. And if you have so many regulations that just the cost of getting through the regulations costs you half as much as the House does,
that's what they're dealing with in California. Right? I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
you
do.
Yeah, it's insane.
So
Texas is like 5 minutes, they throw up a house.
I mean, so I understand. I mean, when I go into the grocery store, I go into the convenience store and I buy, my daily Monster, right? And it's $4. It's over $4. And I'm like, wait a minute. I remember when these were $2. And it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
6 years ago.
And, right? So what is happening and what can we do to kind of, decrease that? I don't know. So at some point down the road or at some point along the way, millions became billions. I don't remember when that was.
Probably 2 stimulus packages.
Yeah, stimulus packages. Yeah, well, like you said, when you throw so much money out there and you give everybody a bunch of money, that's going to cause inflation. Who creates inflation? One place prints money.
By the way, I have an answer for the Broadway thing, though. Why do they drive down there at all? Why don't they just stop letting them drive down there?
Well, Well, because the business owners are not thrilled by that. They've already come out saying, well, we don't know about that. How about we don't let them drive in certain times of the day? But weekends, really busy times.
I think they already block it off on Fridays and Saturdays. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe that's true.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But I like the thing with you. We got to talk about age thing.
Let's do. We're going to talk about age. We're going to talk about 2 days to go before the election. Y'all know where you're voting? You know where you're voting?
Oh, is there an election? I thought we were just all hanging out.
Yeah. Thursday, baby.
Thursday. Hug Day. Hug Day.
Hot Springs.
One hit wonder tomorrow, boys.